9:39. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91, Internet 927. Stars on Internet 929.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
Jay Kahn from SiriusXM NHL Network Radio was on the Daily Edition with Matt Gurney on Canada Talks, Channel 167, to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs coaching decisions now that Sheldon Keefe is gone, and they look for someone to take over the team and bring in a different perspective for the roster.
Wonder if there is an element of a different coach needing to come in with a different style of coaching to make better use of the parts the Leafs have.
Yeah, and no, I think that's 100% right. And at the end of the day too, I feel like when you have a coach there for a long time with the same core group of players, the message does get lost a little bit. And sometimes it's just change for the sake of change. But I think in this instance, it's a necessary change for the Leafs to make. And I'm curious, and we can get into who they could bring in as the next head coach. There's plenty of options out there, plenty of teams that have coaching vacancies as well. But in terms of his decision making, I mean, I didn't agree with many of the decisions. Now there were some, and I referenced it, just before about the adjustments he was able to make in that Boston series. That was a positive for me, but there were plenty of negatives for me over the years as well. And I did feel like he got a little stubborn at times as well. And I don't know if the power play is completely on him. I know Guy Boucher was running the power play there in the playoffs, but it just looked so stale, and they were doing nothing different to fix it or to change anything up. And in short series, like we get in the playoffs and small sample size, you can't sit around and wait for things to just play themselves out. You have to be able to make these adjustments and, not be afraid to maybe make a difficult decision in the playoffs, because it can get away from you very quickly.
When we talk about the rest of the coaches, do you think there will be a new head coach who will be slotted in over the existing staff, or do you think there's going to be some wholesale change postseason behind the bench?
Yeah, I think it depends on who comes in, and they could have the autonomy to maybe bring in their own staff, maybe keep an assistant here, keep a position here, but I wouldn't rule anything out at this point. And there's a lot of interesting options out there. I think if you were to bring in a younger head coach, for example, which I don't think the Leafs will do, then yeah, maybe you keep the assistants, you keep some of the people in place. But if you're bringing in a veteran, which I'm more than likely I think is the route that they're going to go here with the options that you're seeing available, those coaches tend to have their guys, right? So I think that could open up the door to maybe bringing in some other pieces, some other names behind the bench as well. And I don't know where you sit on it, but I do think that this team needs a veteran head coach behind the bench. Keefe was the young rookie head coach, at least from a National Hockey League perspective, when he started with the Maple Leafs. And that's a tough ask. Hey, here's your first NHL coaching job. It's with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're going to have a lot of pressure, and we're expecting you to win a Stanley Cup. And ultimately he didn't achieve his goal. So I think now at this point where the team is at, the core, and we'll see what happens to the core over the course of the offseason, if any changes happen there. But the core is getting older, more of a veteran core now at this point. I think this is what they need, is a veteran head coach, someone that's been there before, has been in some playoff battles before to maybe push this team over the edge.
That was Jay Kahn from SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91, on the Daily Edition with Matt Gurney on Canada Talks.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91, Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
The Arizona Coyotes' run in the Grand Canyon State has officially come to an end, at least for now. Officials with the NHL have announced previously that the team will be moving to Utah beginning with the 2024-2025 season as a result of a sale to Jazz owner Ryan Smith. With the team's sale, Phoenix has joined a list of American and Canadian cities that have lost NHL franchises, among which are Atlanta, Cleveland, Denver, Hamilton, Hartford, Kansas City, Bloomington, Montreal, Oakland, Ottawa, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Quebec City, St. Louis, Toronto, and Winnipeg. This development for Arizona marks the end of a chapter for them and the end of professional hockey in that state. Deputy Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Bill Daly, was on the Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio Channel 91 to talk about the news that the Coyotes have moved to Utah and what's next and the future for hockey in Arizona.
Give me a sense where you're at about the move and then the hope down the road.
Well, I mean, I think it's twofold. One, the way I describe what happened in Arizona is we came up with a very unique solution to a persistent and longstanding problem. And that was to put the Coyotes on a footing where they could be successful or have success. And that always centered around the right arena and the right location. We had a couple kicks at it, haven't gotten it right yet. And, as a result, we were in a sub-professional building, great place to watch a hockey game, but certainly not a professional building. And, wasn't fair to the players, wasn't fair to the other clubs to have to look forward to the prospect of playing in the same building for the next couple of years, whether that's 3 years or maybe 5 years. So we felt we're still committed to Arizona as a market. We think it's a good market. We think it can be successful given the right circumstances. We're giving them an opportunity to create those circumstances in some time, really some runway. So the Arizona franchise will be, once the transactions close, inactive with the ability to reactivate. And that would mean at that point in time, we'd go from 32 franchises to 33 franchises. We'd stock the new Arizona Coyotes club as basically an expansion team. And go through an expansion draft type process to restock them.
That was Deputy Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Bill Daly, on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio Channel 91's The Morning Skate with Gord Stellick and Scott Laughlin. If you want to hear more interviews or news from around the league, make sure to check out SiriusXM NHL Network Radio on SiriusXM Channel 91.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, May the 11th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., New York Rangers take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes feed on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 925, Rangers on Internet 939. 10 p.m., Colorado Avalanche take on the Dallas Stars. Avalanche on SiriusXM channels 91 Internet 927, Stars on Internet 929.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
In NHL news, Sheldon Keefe has been fired as head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. No replacement has been named as of yet, and this parting of ways comes after the Maple Leafs lost the Eastern Conference first round in 7 games to the Boston Bruins. The team has only advanced beyond the opening round of the Stanley Cup playoffs once since 2004. That one instance of advancing was last season when Sheldon Keefe was the head coach, and the team beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in that series 4-2. This year, they went 46, 26, and 10 in the regular season to finish third in the Atlantic Division with 102 points. Overall, with Keefe as the head coach, they were 212, 97, and 40 in the regular season and 16 and 21 in the playoffs during his 5-year tenure with the team. It was his first coaching job in the NHL after he replaced Mike Babcock on November 20th, 2019. Prior to taking over as the coach of the Maple Leafs, Keefe was coach of their American Hockey League affiliate, the Toronto Marlies, for 5 seasons and guided them to their first Calder Cup championship in 2018. Former NHL player and current NHL analyst Mike Johnson stopped by SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91, to discuss the news.
For a guy who I think has the winningness, has the highest winning percentage of all time in the regular season for any coach who's coached 300 or more games. All time, Gord. So he's had a good team, but he's also done a pretty good job and had a lot of success in the regular season. But even Sheldon Keefe said, we haven't gotten the results. And I think I don't know if it was a subconscious slip of the tongue that raised eyebrows after they lost out when he said, teams play the Toronto Maple Leafs and they play to make the Leafs beat themselves. He didn't say, when they play us, they try to make us beat ourselves. You know, he was talking about the Leafs in sort of the third person, not about that he was part of the team anymore. And then, you know, I think he's a smart guy. He understands the market. He understands the industry, the profession. As you mentioned, there's been so much coach turnover in the last couple of years that it's amazing that anyone gets to 5 years behind the bench. And so he probably would be bitterly disappointed, but not entirely stunned. The easiest and most obvious first step, if you're looking to make sort of significant changes to a team, is the coach. Because other than money, it doesn't cost you anything. It's hard to trade players. It's hard to sort that out. It's not hard to fire and hire coaches. Not a surprise. I think there are moments in the playoffs where, over the years, where he probably, and has said that he wished he had done better or maybe done something differently, that he was growing and learning like the team was growing and learning. But at this point, after 5 years and 5 relatively disappointing playoffs, the time to learn and grow is gone. You just sort of have to do it. And they didn't do it.
That was former NHL player and current NHL analyst Mike Johnson on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. If you want to hear more, make sure to check out NHL Network Radio on SiriusXM Channel 91.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank.
Next. The Carolina Hurricanes play on WCMC HD1 Holly Springs, Raleigh-Durham. 99.9 The Fan.
Carolina Hurricanes hockey is presented by PNC Bank and brought to you by Advance Auto Parts, Pepsi, Connecticut, Spectrum Mobile, Harris Teeter, Cardinal Apparel, UNC Health, Vector Security, North Carolina Education Lottery, and Woodbridge Wine. You're listening to Carolina Hurricanes hockey on the Hurricanes Radio Network.
We have reached critical mass. It's time to roll out all of the cliches, the there's no tomorrows, the backs are against the wall, the leave it all on the ice. There's one thing about cliches, though. They're all true. Hi, everyone. I am Adam Gold, and tonight it's Game 4, and the Carolina Hurricanes are trying to avoid being swept out of the playoffs by the New York Rangers after 3 one-goal losses, with the last 2 needing overtime. I don't have to remind you because you've lived it with all of us. The agonizing way the Hurricanes have seen this series somehow slip away, although it's not completely gone, right? The fact that the Hurricanes' power play has not been able to capitalize on 15 straight chances in these 3 games, in spite of being good in the first round of the playoffs and second best in all of the NHL during the regular season. The posts and the crossbars hit by the likes of Martin Necas and Andrei Svechnikov. The chances turned aside by Igor Shesterkin, the final defense against Carolina. According to the analytics website, naturalstattrick.com, the Rangers have an expected goals in this series of 11. They've scored 11. Carolina should be at 12.5. They've scored 8. That's Igor Shesterkin. But it's also the Canes' fault, too, especially on the power play, where the Hurricanes have had the tendency to try to be too perfect rather than put pucks on Shesterkin and crash the net. Of the 8 goals Carolina has managed to score in the 3 games, 4 are from deflections in front of the Rangers' net, 2 are rebounds when the Canes have pulled their goalie, and 2 are plays where they've ended up alone right in front of the goal. Those are the ones going through. Take notice of that. Back with lineups and more after these words from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Calling all Caniacs, Carolina Ale House is your official Canes watch party headquarters. Every away game, join the Canes to cause chaos at Carolina Ale House's downtown Raleigh location. Enjoy an ice-cold beer and hang out with the Canes crew and Stormy. With TVs on every wall, every seat is a front row seat. Come get your favorite wings, grab an R&D Storm Brew, and watch the playoffs with us at Carolina Ale House. All Caniacs and all ages are welcome. Go Canes! Canes.
Get ready. The Chatley Boat Show and Sale is coming to the State Fairgrounds May 17th through the 19th. The Car Scott building will be filled to the max with boats ready for immediate delivery featuring Suzuki outboards, shop center console, runabouts, deck boats, bass boats, pontoons, aluminum boats, and more, all under one roof. Boat Show only savings, discounts up to $8,000, factory rebates, and special financing on site. The Chatley Boat Show and Sale May 17th through 19th at the Car Scott building on the State Fairgrounds, featuring Suzuki outboards, free admission, and parking.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers. Like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No, because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Adam Gold here as we get you ready for Game New York with a 3-0 series lead. There's a narrative already building that the Hurricanes are just not made for postseason play. And I guess when you're staring at a second straight season-ending playoff sweep, people are going to think what they want to think. That isn't to say it's not disappointing to have Carolina in this situation, but the Hurricanes have played 13 playoff series the last 5+ seasons and have won 8 of them. Really, 8 of them. Not a lot of teams are 3 series over 500 in that span, including the Rangers, by the way, although the Rangers are 1 win away from eliminating the Hurricanes in 2 out of the last 3 seasons. But I get it. Expectations are higher, and they're different for a team that has been so good, especially over the last few seasons. Injuries and scratches now brought to you by UNC Health, official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. Jesper Foss, Brett Pesce out with injuries. Brendan Lemieux, Max Comtois, Scott Morrow, Dylan Coughlin among a long list of healthy extras. No changes to the trios. Sebastian Aho centers Andrei Svechnikov and Jake Gensel. This trio has half of Carolina's 8 goals and 13 of their 24 scoring points, and all are +4. Jordan Stahl, Seth Jarvis, Teuvo Teravainen out next. Jarvis's extra attacker goal, the only point from this group in 3 games. It's an understatement to say they need more from this line. Jack Drury between Jordan Martinook and Martin Necas. What did I just say about the Stahl, Jarvis, Teravainen line? Same deal here. They need more from Drury, Martinook, and Necas. Yevgeny Kuznetsov skates with Steph Nason and Jesperi Kotkaniemi. ×3. They need it. They need depth scoring. They haven't gotten it so far in this series. Brent Burns, Jacob Slavin, Brady Shea, Tony DeAngelo, who has to keep his composure tonight, and Dmitry Orlov with Jalen Chatfield. PNC Bank starting goalies, brought to you by PNC Bank, official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. It is back to Frederik Andersen, who was 0-2 in this series with a .332 goals against average and an .871 save percentage. Freddie's played well, but when the other guy down the other end of the ice is doing what Igor Shesterkin is doing, it is daunting to think that you've got to do better than that. So Freddie's mission tonight is just keep Carolina in it. Shesterkin is unbeaten in the playoffs. He is 7-0 with a .201 goals against average and a .935 save percentage. One quick thought about tonight. You can't play to stay out of the penalty box. You can't play to avoid mistakes, because when you play in those ways, you are not playing with purpose, and you are not playing with the courage of your convictions. You have to face your fear. So grip it and rip it, and let's see what happens in game number 4. Carolina wins. It's like tennis. Make the other team play another ball. Make them serve it out on their court. Mike Maniscalco and Trip Tracy, straight ahead. They'll have the call. Canes, Rangers, Game 4. After this word from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Electricity flows through everything. Our movement, our passion, our drive. Ford connected the performance of a sports car with the thrill of an EV to create a pony tuned for exhilaration, engineered to give you an extra jolt of adrenaline. Feel something electric. The 2024 Mustang Mach-E SUV. Test drive one today at your Carolina Ford dealer. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we know most people don't love mattress shopping. In fact, many dread it. And why wouldn't they? Many mattress stores use high-pressure sales techniques like today-only pricing and tout features that don't really offer a benefit. They offer an overwhelming number of options to confuse things even further. At OMF, we do things differently. Our showrooms are easy to navigate, and our sales team actually cares. Our goal is to answer your questions, not pressure you into purchasing. OriginalMattress.com.
Whether it's her first Mother's Day or her 40th, she deserves more. Shop tons of stunning on-trend jewelry for every budget at Diamonds Direct. Diamond fashion jewelry, beautiful birthstones, everyday pearls starting at just $200. Commemorate the real loves of her life with a gorgeous pendant featuring the birthstone of the one who made her mom. This Mother's Day, Diamonds Direct has everything you need to say thank you. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion. Online at diamondsdirect.com.
A house without a fence is like a picture without a frame. You finally own your dream home. So frame your house with a quality fence from Superior Fence and Rail. Whether you're looking for privacy fencing or decorative fencing, a superior quality fence will define your home's boundary with style. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters. If you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. The Carolina Hurricanes get ready for game number 4 here at PNC Arena in their second-round matchup with the New York Rangers, but a daunting task lies ahead if you look at the remainder of the series as the Canes trail the Rangers 3-0. But alongside Trip Tracy, I'm Mike Maniscalco. John Brockwell is our engineer on site. Rusty Helzer back in the studio. Trip, you can't look at it as you got to win 4 games. You just got to win 1 here tonight.
You know, Mike, the beginning of the game, you'd love to see Carolina replicate their first periods in the last 2 games. That's the first order of business. They've won the opening 20 minutes, and each of the last 2 that they played, that's where you start. That's your launching point.
Well, for Carolina, as we get a look at the UNC Health injuries and scratches, brought to you by UNC Health, the official healthcare provider of the Hurricanes. For the Canes, Brett Pesci, Brendan Lemieux, Max Comtois are your extras here tonight who have appeared in the postseason or had an opportunity to. And those are your injuries and scratches. Game 4 is underway, and here we go. Jordan Staal wins the opening faceoff. Carolina will get the puck into the Ranger zone. Along the end boards, Jarvis plays it for Teravainen. Staal now, Jarvis behind the net, tries to center it. It's knocked away, kept in by Chatfield. Chatfield at the right point has that knocked away by Chris Kreider. Kreider clears it to center, but no further. Carolina on it. Teravainen will risk this one into the corner to the right of Shesterkin. Jarvis has a heavy shoulder there for Schneider. The Rangers will come away with a puck. And now it's Jack Roslovic crossing into the Cane zone. His long shot at the top of the circle, handled by Frederik Andersen, who's getting the start here in game number 4 after Pyotr Kochetkov played in game number 3. There's now a loose puck at center ice. Carolina will track it down. Jack Drury plays it back for Shea. And across for Tony DeAngelo. And we are 1 minute into this game. Drury trying to get the puck in deep into the Ranger zone. But New York able to get a stick to it and fire it back into the Hurricane zone.
I thought the first and third periods on Thursday were clearly Carolina's 2 best. Carry it in the zone when you can, but if not, dump it.
Now here's Natchez with a hard shot. Saves made by Shesterkin. And Natchez will head to the bench. Carolina will try to keep this in deep. But Gustafson's able to go D to D, clear it out. It's gummed up by Slavin in the middle of the rink. Carolina put it in the Ranger zone just for a second, but now come back the other way. As the Rangers, Johnny Brodzinski will throw this into the Cane zone. And Carolina will get a quick return.
Brodzinski in the lineup. Hedel, his first game back in illness is the official word.
I guess Barry Kotkaniemi has a hard hit on Goodrow and shot to score! It's the Birdman! Evgeny Kuznetsov gets Carolina off to a flying start. 1-0 Carolina.
Well, the puck was initially in the Rangers zone, and a terrific, impactful finish by number 82, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, which prevents the Rangers from coming out clean into the neutral zone. Slavin had pinched up, so you get to a loose puck, and now it's time to counter. and Kuznetsov with an absolute pinpoint shot with a ton of pace, using Trouba as a screen to beat Shesterkin high to the blocker side. First 82 Kotkaniemi with that finish, and then the finish from 92 Kuznetsov.
His third of this postseason, first in this series. And the Canes faithful are rewarded a minute 51 into this one. 1-0 Carolina here in the first period in, simply put, win or go home for the Hurricanes. As now the Canes looking to put a little bit more pressure on the Rangers. Aho, he has it swatted away. He'll carry it over the Rangers' blue line. And Orlov will throw it back in. This place was ready for that goal. And now Panarin is given a shove by Aho as the Rangers hang on to the puck. Worked across for Schneider down the right wing boards. Braden Schneider will roll it in. Frederick Anderson will stop it. And it's played around as Jacob Slavin worked it to Orlov as Carolina in the middle of a change. Now it's settled down by Stahl at center ice. Jordan Stahl eases this one into the Rangers zone. Now Lindgren almost gave it away. Canes try to keep it into the point, and they will. Good hustle there by Seth Jarvis. Now the puck is on the stick of Igor Shesterkin. He'll move it. And now it'll be back in the Carolina Hurricane zone, but offside. Jack Roslovic put himself on the wrong side of the blue line, and that'll stop things. 16:53 left here in the first. And by the way, with Carolina scoring that first goal, Trip, I know you and I are going to get a little bit of food tomorrow because it's what we do. The Carolina Hurricanes, with that first goal, you score a slice. Head to Randy's Pizza tomorrow for your free slice.
Hey, by the way, Roslovic determined that was intentional offside. So instead of a neutral zone draw, back into the Carolina zone. And keep an eye on it, partner. Both shots Carolina has taken, Necas and then Kuznetsov, they've gone after the blocker side high. Just something to keep an eye on as we're still early.
Now face-off to the left of Shesterkin. Stahl he'll try to win it. Kreider jumps into the face-off circle to help out his centerman, and he'll end up with the puck and bank this one off the boards, but we'll bring this back into the Ranger zone. That's icing.
But what that could do for both Kotkaniemi and Kuznetsov is you are going to need to have production from everybody to win tonight and go deeper than that. And we just had that full promotion, and 92, the Birdman keeps going like this. I'll have something in my system tomorrow that initially had wings.
That goal lit up this building like the Aurora Borealis. That's the Northern Lights for those of you who do not know.
I didn't.
Now Carolina will see the Rangers carry the puck into the Cane zone, but offside again as Wenberg held it and Kakko got in a little bit early.
Boy, what that sequence could do for Kotkaniemi. I mean, really, Svechnikov so impactfully physically on Gensel's first goal of the hockey game Thursday. Terrific finish. And then for Kuznetsov, perfectly using Trouba as a screen and then going high to the short side.
16:37 left here in the first period. 1-0 Carolina on Evgeny Kuznetsov's third of this postseason. Jordan Martinook will take the draw. Yeah.
Wenberg is chased now. Kakko against Jordan Martinook at the dot on the left side of the blue line. Face-off win for Carolina. Shea in his own zone to D'Angelo. The outlet feed for Drury is knocked away by Trouba. Recovered by Shea. Right side to D'Angelo. Skates to center. Pass ahead for Martinook. Try to center. D'Angelo in deep. Put it in front of his batted away. Recovered by Necas for a shot that's stopped by Shesterkin. Worked up the boards and deflected back into the Carolina zone. Anderson stops inside of the net, fires it around the glass, bounces down left side of Martinook. Able to come to center, pass ahead for Drury, goes into the Rangers zone where Miller takes over. Played it off the boards, then sends it around the boards to Schneider. Braden Schneider with the outlet feed, right side pass to Zibanejad in the Carolina end. Winds it behind the net for Schneider, who's in deep. Around the boards it goes and stopped by Svechnikov for Carolina. He carries the center. Lifts it into the Ranger zone in deep. Taken off the end boards by Schneider. Reverses into the corner for Miller. He's checked there, but Kreider clears it out. 4.5 minutes gone by. First period, 1-0, Carolina leading. Into the Rangers zone, long shot by Svechnikov off the glove of Shesterkin. Fox trying to play it up the boards, was blocked, gets help, and has moved up the near side by Vesey, but kept in by Gensel. There's a man knocked down in front. It's Aho.
Knocked down by Schneider. Just a collision in front.
Lifted out of the zone by Vesey to center. Johnny Brodzinski puts it into the Carolina zone, where it's taken back by Chatfield. He's pressured on the play by Goodrow. Brodzinski is there. Goodrow moves it up the boards. It's blocked there by Gensel. Chatfield trying to move it. Good job by Goodrow battling him. Rangers able to keep the puck in the Carolina zone. Fox works it ahead. Goodrow winds it in deep. Orloff there to play it. Hit by Vesey behind the net. Put out in front is taken away by Chatfield. And out comes Carolina. Aho gets to the red line, lifts it deep into the Ranger zone. Played by Jarvis. He's tied up there by Fox. Rangers take the puck and move to center. It's played there by Trocheck. Left side feed for Lindgren. Winds it deep. A hit on Slavin by Trocheck. Lafreniere takes the puck. Left wing boards. He's tied up by Stahl. And Carolina comes out with it. Teravainen into the Ranger zone. Right side of Jarvis. Gets help from Teravainen. Battling there was Jarvis and Lindgren. They push and shove. Good job by Trouba, and the Rangers move up the right side. Panarin trying to clear, denied by Slavin. Puck turned over. Teravainen shot blocked by Lindgren. In deep, Teravainen checked by Lindgren. He's had a long shift. Trouba's on the ice. It's centered on goal and stopped by Shesterkin. Comes to the line, kept in by D'Angelo. Teravainen comes out from behind the net. His shot saved. Rebound score!
Nason.
Stefan Nason just came off the bench, joined the play, put in the rebound, and Carolina, 6:33 into the game, leads 2-0.
Well, this play really starts when Artemi Panarin, once we've talked incessantly about Carolina at the offensive blue line, keeping the puck alive in the offensive zone. Artemi Panarin has an opportunity, and it doesn't get out. What happens is Teravainen picks off the puck. He gets it advancing towards the net, and now, again, the chaos starts, right? So the wick gets lit when you can't get it out. Now, do you put it out, or do you have to line up in center? The Rangers line up in center. They're down 2-0.
Down 2-0. Carolina with 6 shots on goal in 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Aho puts one in the crease, so is blocked away by Shesterkin. Cleared all the way down. Anderson out to play it. Top of the crease. Clears it out to center. Worked ahead by Gensel into the Ranger zone. Taken back by Miller. Skates behind his own net. Pressured by Aho. Feed up the right side. Long pass across. In comes Zibanejad. Cuts in front. Shoots wide. First good chance for the Rangers. Another shot is saved by Anderson on Roslovic. Here's a shot by Fox. Deflected away. Kreider with it. Left circle. A deflection on goal. A save by Anderson. Oh, it's almost banked in by Zibanejad. It hit Anderson and hit the post. Up the near side. Rangers keep in. This is the best shift the Rangers have had thus far in the game.
He got Roslovic is going after somebody here.
He's battling with Svechnikov, who just swatted him with a stick. Puck into the Carolina zone. D'Angelo played it behind his net to Shea. And Carolina comes to the line. Left side feed off the boards. Put into the Ranger zone. Back for it. Gustafsson swings it around the boards. It's stopped by D'Angelo in deep. Deflected across. Rangers pick it up. Capo Caco to center. Lead in for the shot. Cooley scores! Will Cooley with his first NHL playoff point. He scores a goal to cut Carolina's lead to 2-1.
What a pass by Caco. Caco concedes Cooley just out of the corner of his eye, and he feathers a pass, and that sends Cooley in all alone, and he beats Anderson. Now, this shift was set up by the Zibanejad shift prior, the Rangers had some offensive zone momentum, but what a pass by Kakko.
And what a shot by Cooley.
That's the thing.
Hard shot.
He can shoot it. It went up about midway up the glove side, right? And it looked like it might have clipped the underside of the left arm of the goaltender. But, again, the pass was key. Now, he's got to finish. He did. That's a big goal, folks. That is a big goal.
Oh, cuts the lead to 2-1. The Rangers answer back. They needed that. They move in again. Brought in deep by Gustafsson. Pass in front. Lafreniere. Shot went just wide. He had an open part of the net and just missed with a backhander. Back to the point. Gustafsson, right point. Left side feed of Panarin. Out to Trouba for a shot deflected wide. Now the Rangers are into the game. In deep is Gustafsson, left corner. Back pass taken away and brought out by Natchez. Able to feed Drury. Down the right side, dropped it back for Martinook. Ahead for Drury. Behind the Ranger net, he takes a hit. And the puck worked up to Lafreniere. The hit from Gustafsson on Drury. Lafreniere sends it deep into the Carolina zone. 11 minutes to go. First period, Carolina leading the Rangers 2-1. Off the boards and into the Ranger zone, cross ice. Zibanejad played it back. Aho with a hit on Schneider. Miller moves it around the boards. Kreider clears it out. Roslovic pass blocked by Orlov. Roslovic tried to dump it in. It was blocked at the line and cleared out by Gensel. Played back in the Carolina zone to Chatfield. Jalen Chatfield drops it back. And the puck picked up by Brady Shea. Shea skates to center. Stops, and his pass was blocked back into the Carolina zone. Shea fires ahead, left side. Jarvis, drop pass to Teravainen. Centers in front, it's deflected over the top of the net. Schneider moves it around to Brzezinski, and Brzezinski able to feed Goodrow. Puts it in the right corner in the offensive zone. Shea winds it around the board, stopped by Brzezinski. He's checked by D'Angelo. Brady Shea gave it away to Brzezinski. Feeds Jimmy Vesey, winds it up to the right point to Fox. Fox sends it down the boards. Past Vesey, chased down by Teravainen. Brzezinski on him. Teravainen moves it up. Clearing attempt, stopped by Lindgren. Skates into the left circle. Feed down low was deflected away. Brzezinski tries to move it. Battles with D'Angelo. Winds it to the near side. Carolina trying to clear. It's cleared out by Teravainen. Rangers stop it in center. Fox at his own blue line. Left side feed to Lindgren back in the Ranger zone. Right side to Fox. 9:20 to go. First period. 2-1. Carolina leading it. Anderson stopped the puck, cleared it out to Kotkaniemi into the Ranger zone. Right side feed. Off the boards, Brent Burns with a shot attempt blocked. Deflected out of play. Wow. There's been some action. Non-stop. Now the play stops with 9:08 to go. First period, and Carolina leading it 2-1. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Hey, New Yorkers.
Hey, Insiders. Thanks for joining us again for more Stanley Cup playoffs action. What a night we had last night in the Vancouver game. And thank you to everybody who reached out via the emails, the text messages, the DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for reaching out. You guys said you wanted these games, so here we are. Then I put the poll up, and it was 95% to 5%. So here we are. I'm going to do as many games as I can right here on TSI going through these playoffs. And we're going to cheer on the Canadian teams and whoever else that we're going for the night of. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. And as well, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And let's help us get over 18,000 as we come in tonight with the two matchups between the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Avs and Stars. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you guys in the chat.
Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collision, though provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. The Ranger goal, Cooley from Kakko and Gustafson at 8:06. Carolina scored at 1:51. Kuznetsov unassisted. At 6:33, Nason from Teravainen and D'Angelo.
Face off the left of Igor Shesterkin. Rangers with 6 shots on goal. Carolina with 7. You mentioned the Rangers trailing a 2-1 score here.
At one point, it was 6-1 on the shots on goal. Face off in the Rangers zone. Battle in the corner. Teravainen and Miller. Natchez moves it to behind the net to Jordan Martinook. Picked up by Drury. Drury looking to move it. He's blocked there by Wenberg. Braden Schneider is there. The puck moved by Natchez into the corner. Martinook is there. Schneider on him. In the right corner, double team. Winds it around the Rangers net. Into the left corner for Natchez. Taken away. Nice play by Keandre Miller. Working up the boards. A good hit on Martinook by Trocheck. The puck lifted out of play into the Rangers bench. 8:30 to go in his first period. And the Hurricanes leading the Rangers 2-1. Time of the goal is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Time of the goal was 8:06, a minute 33 after the Nason goal made it 2-0 Cooley from Kakko and Gustafson. Time of the goal driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. In front, it's sent across the goal mouth and taken off the boards. Long shot from the right point. Save made by Shesterkin. Rangers moving up the boards and out of the zone. Stopped by Teravainen at the red line. Fires around the glass. Fox there. Sends it near side to Lindgren. Up the right side pass. Zibanejad and fired back in by Slavin. All the way around the boards. Taken by Jarvis. Jarvis checked by Zibanejad. Carolina trying to keep it alive in the offensive zone. Slavin winds it deep. Pass in front. Broken up in front by Lindgren. Out to the blue line. Orlov a shot that's partially blocked by Fox. Into the corner. Back behind the net. Jordan Stahl put it in front. And it's cleared out by Zibanejad.
That's a heck of a play by Lindgren. Lindgren picks Stahl's pocket.
In deep in the Carolina zone. Kreider after it. That's taken away by the Hurricanes. Orlov behind his own net. 7:20 to go, first period. 2-1, Carolina leading it. Chatfield comes to center. He took a hit, put it into the Ranger zone. Trouba winds it around the center. Right side to Lafreniere, sends it in. Stopped there by Brent Burns. Around near side for Slavin. Up the boards, it's stopped and kept in by Trouba. Lafreniere battling Slavin. Puck taken by Svechnikov. Gets it out to Aho in center. Right side in the Ranger zone. Dropped to Gensel. Right circle. And the right corner, back pass to the point. Brent Burns shot deflected on the way in. Stopped by Shesterkin. And the Rangers come out with it. Trocheck in center. Angles left across the line. Down the slide. He shoots. Save with a glove. Off the glove of Anderson. Good shot by Trocheck. Cleared out to center by Carolina. Kotkaniemi gets it to the red line where Miller sends it back into his own zone. Right feet ahead to Panarin. Winds it around the boards in the Carolina end. Nason with a touch pass in the middle. Left side feed to Kotkaniemi. He's hit at the line by Schneider, who clears to center. Loose puck in center along the boards. A battle for the puck. 4 players there, now 5. 3 Carolina Hurricanes digging for it. 2 Rangers there. Nason got it loose, got it to Shea, and across to D'Angelo in the Carolina zone. Pass ahead comes to Kotkaniemi. Into the Ranger end. A shot on goal, stopped by Shesterkin. Kept in by Nason, winds it deep. Miller fires it up the boards. Kept in by Orlov, right point. Forced out of the zone by Jimmy Vesey.
Great play by Vesey. Just stayed right with Orlov. Puck gets out.
Deflected back into the Ranger zone by the Hurricanes and played by Braden Schneider behind his own net. 5:35 to go, first period, 2-1. Carolina leading it. Fox carries into the Carolina zone. Right side of Kakko. Down the right circle, around the net he goes. Down to the left corner, drops it off. Played by Lindgren. He's checked there by Natchez. Winds it in deep for Wenberg. Wenberg out to the right circle, dropped it off to Fox to the goal line. Fox around the net. He fires one through the crease. Taken off the boards by Wenberg. Gets it to Will Cooley. He circles. Long shot went wide off the glass. Played by Kakko to Cooley for a shot wide again. Round the boards and out of the zone.
Well, once again, this line's been good. Wenberg in the middle, and they've got a goal to show for it here in the first period.
Fox lifts it into the Carolina zone. Back forward is Slavin. Up the board, stopped by Trouba for a shot. Saved by Anderson. Played out by Burns to Drury, and up ahead, Natchez sends a bouncer wide of the net. Chased down by Gensel. Comes around the Ranger net, winds it up the boards to Burns. Long pass, round the boards to Gensel. Out in front, they score! Sebastian Aho off the feed from Jake Gensel, and Carolina leads 3-1.
This puck is getting rimmed around the boards, right? And the Ranger defender, I think it's Gustafsson, attempts to stop the rim around, but he slows it down enough that Natchez has an opportunity to make a play. So Gensel gets possession in the offensive zone. The puck gets rimmed around. And what happens is, I think if Gustafsson leaves it alone, it goes all the way around. So what happens is he slows it down. Natchez gets it out, and bang, bang. It's 3-1. So Carolina's created breaks on their own. Yeah. The Rangers trail by 2.
Back into the Rangers zone off the faceoff. Miller backhands it around for Schneider. Up the board, stopped by Slavin. In deep, fires toward the net. It was blocked. Slavin in the left corner. Chips it cross ice. Rangers break it up and come out. Dropped by Roslovic to Kreider. Left wing feed for Roslovic. Taken away by Burns. Burns moves it up ahead. Carolina to center. Long lead left side of Jarvis. Spins on Schneider, who stays with him. Jarvis stays with the puck. Works it around to Jordan Stahl. Try to pass up the boards, taken away by Roslovic. Skates right at the blue line, sends it into the Carolina zone. Anderson stops it behind the net for Brady Shea. 3:45 to go. First period, Carolina with a 3-1 lead. Shea dropped it off for Kotkaniemi. Right side off the boards, centered and broken up by Goodrow. Back past the Fox. Adam Fox. Pass out, blocked by Kuznetsov, and Kuznetsov brought it across the line offside with 3:29 to go in this first period. And Carolina with a 2-goal lead for the second time. It's 3-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with the new Peerless Boiler and Pavilion Tankless Water Heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off in the neutral zone on the Rangers side of the red line to our side of the building here. The Rangers down 3-1. with 3:29 left in the opening period here in Game 4.
They've been better the second half of this period, but then that goal kind of changed things. It's sent in by Carolina deep in the Rangers zone. Lindgren with a check on Martinook. Martinook works it around the boards. Kakko trying to play it, stopped by Brady Shea. Fox holds at the Ranger goal line. Fires cross ice out to center. Drop pass is worked ahead. Goes cross ice and Carolina breaks it up and given away to Wenberg. Into the Carolina zone, right circle. Carries to the goal line. He's checked there, keeps it alive. Back pass to Fox. Top of the right circle. A pass deflected across. And played there along the left side by Lindgren. Skates up to the blue line. Checked by Brady Shea. Lindgren carries down the right side. Martinook checking him. Out in front. Shot toward the net. Deflected on goal. And Anderson made the save and held on.
I think this goes off the right arm of Will Cooley in front. And this has been the best Ranger line this first period. They have the only goal. Artemi Panarin -3. Trocheck and Lafreniere -2 each. So, again, Carolina has created their opportunities and has capitalized on opportunities. Something on both fronts, they weren't quite good enough the first 3 games. So now you're in a hockey game against a team here at home. I would suggest that the next goal is probably a pretty big one.
That's a pretty good suggestion.
Right.
Zibanejad against Stahl on the faceoff. Zibanejad won it, got tripped up, and a penalty upcoming. Yeah. First power play of the game coming up. Delayed penalty called. It's moved in deep, and Carolina touches up with 2:30 to go in the first period. And a tripping call will give the Rangers...
Tripping.
Jordan Stahl heading for the penalty box off the face-off. Yeah. He tripped up Zibanejad.
Yeah, Zibanejad's going to get the puck. What happens is Chris Kreider takes an inside route. So the puck becomes available on the boards, and as Mika goes to get it, Stahl, puts the stick in there, and down goes Zibanejad. Now, the big thing is here, Stahl is a pretty important penalty killer, particularly when it comes to face-offs, right? Go back to Game 1 where both Ranger power play goals were created off of offensive zone face-off wins.
Off the face-off, one back by the Hurricanes and cleared by Brady Shea all the way down.
Yeah, Sebastian Aho, a clean face-off win.
Rangers 4 for 13 in this series on the power play, 10 for 29 thus far in the playoffs. Panarin, left side feed to Kreider, ahead for Zibanejad. It's broken up there and cleared to center by Chatfield. Pushed ahead by Aho. Aho checked from behind by Panarin, who poked it away. Aho all over Fox with the stick. Fox able to get away and moves it up to Trocheck. Up the right side in the Carolina zone. Down the boards. Burns looking to play it. It's moved up the near side. Stopped there by Panarin. Gets it back to Fox. Left side feed to Kreider. Kreider's pass was blocked. Trocheck fell down in the left corner.
He got hit by Burns.
Got hit by Burns again. Wiley was down in the third time, and the puck cleared out. Under a minute to go in the power play. Puck carried up to center. Dropped back by Gustafsson. Picked up by Roslovic. Second unit on. Lafreniere was double teamed. And it's cleared by Jarvis all the way down. Rangers were 0 for 4 on the power play in the last game as Carolina made some adjustments and able to stop the Ranger power play. Roslovic to center. Carries into the Carolina zone. His pass was deflected. Shea takes it away. Clears to center. 20 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Brought back in by Gustafsson. Got it to Roslovic on the Lafreniere, who was blocked. Roslovic right wing boards in deep to Gustafsson. Centers broken up and cleared. Good penalty kill for Carolina.
Yeah, the Rangers not very good with the puck though. And just look at, a little bit like the Spear, they look like a half a step behind in a lot of areas of the ice and trailed by 2.
Puck in the Ranger zone. Teams are back at full strength. Miller carries in. Right side of Zibanejad off the boards. Miller got knocked down by Brent Burns. Burns moves it up the boards, and it's cleared out by Aho. Back in the Ranger zone. Cooley back for it. And it's whistled down for an icing on Carolina 9.9 seconds remaining in the first period, and Carolina leading 3-1.
Well, again, I'd say the Rangers' Wenberg line has been the best line. They've, on top of the puck, playing the offensive zone. And the power play, to me, they're just a half a step behind, and the puck hasn't just moved crisply enough. Now, again, Carolina, the top penalty kill in the league in the regular season. Yeah. So, not a big difference between these two hockey clubs.
Face-off to the right of Freddie Anderson. Final seconds of the period. Face-off won back by Aho. Kicked around the boards by Burns. Taken by Kreider. Shot went wide behind the net around the boards and out. And that's it for the first period. Carolina fans have a lot to cheer about. Their team came out, scored early at 1:51. The goal by Kuznetsov gave them the lead. They made it 2-0 on a goal by Nason. Cooley scored to make it 2-1, and then it was Sebastian Aho who scored to make it 3-1. Don LaGreca is standing by in a moment, but first, New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit GrandMarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
New York Presbyterian gives you the healthcare choices you want, like over 450 locations in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Westchester. Virtual care that lets you connect with us digitally. World-class doctors from Columbia and Weill Cornell Medicine, and Health Matters, an online source for the latest health and wellness topics and tips. Experience extraordinary healthcare when and where you need it. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian. Restrictions apply.
Back here in Carolina, good first period for the Hurricanes. 10 shots on goal. They lead 3-1. Don LaGreca standing by with a first period intermission report. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey. 40% alcohol. William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Like the new 2024 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive, lease for just $199 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN RM671606. MSRP $26,770. Ends 5/31/24.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K. treatment.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
This is your local Tri-Honda dealer's New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Tough period for the Rangers. They're down 3-1 after one in Raleigh of Game 4. A series in which the Rangers lead 3-0. Now time for the first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. Well, it started out tough for the Rangers. A minute 51 seconds in, Kuznetsov picks up his third unassisted to give Carolina the 1-0 lead. And then Carolina did something they hadn't done in this series. That's add to a lead as Nason scores his fourth from Teravainen and D'Angelo. That came at 6:33, but the Rangers answered right back less than 2 minutes later as Willie Cooley scores his first from Kakko and Gustafsson at 8:06. It stabilized things, made it a 2-1 game. Rangers started to get their sea legs, play a little bit better in the period, but then a tough one. Aho scores from a great feed from Gensel. Burns gets the secondary assist at 15:29, and Carolina took the 3-1 lead. Rangers had a couple of opportunities there right after they had scored the goal. Lafreniere had a chance on a backhand with an open net and just missed. So there's a couple of things here or there the Rangers could tweak to have a little bit of a different fate. But Carolina played well. You knew they'd come out hard, facing elimination. Remember, they've lost 7 straight postseason games. They got swept in the conference final by Florida last year. And losing these 3 straight, look back and, how they've played here with those 4 straight losses. And then, they won against the Islanders in 5 games. But all those games were close. So many one-goal games. So it's kind of been a tough sledding for the Hurricanes, getting that bounce here, that break there, and just could not get it done in the first 3 games of this series. But they draw first blood, they add to it, and they take a 2-goal lead into the intermission through 1. Rangers had an opportunity on the power play. Jordan Staal tripping at 17:30. Gave the Rangers a power play that they missed on. Remember, they went 0 for 4 back on Thursday, and so since the Trocheck overtime goal in Game 2, Carolina's 5 for 5 on the kill. So they've made some adjustments, been better on the kill, and the Rangers miss on that opportunity to possibly get the goal within 1, or the game within 1 with a power play goal, but really discombobulated, just seemed to be a step behind as Dave Maloney analyzed during that power play. But give Carolina credit, they got the kill. They also outshot the Rangers in the period 10-8, so even as far as that's concerned, but Carolina Hurricanes have the 2-goal lead. This Rangers top shelf performance is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka, and it's got to be Will Cooley who's got the goal. Also had a great opportunity a little bit later on in the first period as well. So Will Cooley back in that third rotation with Kakko and Wenberg getting the 1 goal for the Rangers in the first period. That was the Rangers top shelf performance brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka on game day. Pour me in, Coach. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly. Well, we've got lots going on here in the intermission report. When we come back, we'll dive a little bit deeper into the numbers, and we'll also give you more on that game later on tonight at 10 o'clock with the Colorado Avalanche playing host to the Dallas Stars. That best-of-7 series is tied at 1. Also give you a little bit more on the other Eastern Conference semifinal matchup between Boston and Florida. Panthers with a big win last night to take a 2-1 series lead. The winner of this series will play the winner of that series in the conference final. Rangers trail the Hurricanes through 20 minutes, 3-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
The Infiniti QX50 knows you better than anyone, even your mother. How do we know that? Does your mother know what temperature to set your cabin to? Or remember your exact seat position? Does your mother come with an app that syncs your phone to your vehicle? Does she know that you prefer to choose your own drive modes? Does she? The Infiniti QX50 knows, and now you do too. The Infiniti QX50 crossover.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolón Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolón tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit grandmarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style. Always drink responsibly.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Peerless Boilers, the world's best-built boilers, and are here to help with your heat and water heating needs. Hockey season is the perfect time to replace the beast in your basement, inefficient boiler and tank-type hot water heater. A 96% efficient Peerless boiler and a Pavilion tankless water heater are the perfect match for homes, apartments, commercial buildings, you name it. Get all the heat and hot water you need efficiently and save on your energy bill all year long. Learn more about the entire Peerless Boiler family of products and to find a local installer near you, visit peerlessboilers.com or paviliontankless.com. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Stick with MSG for all things pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with an eligible TV subscription. Don LaGreca back here in our studios in New York. Down in Raleigh, North Carolina, we're through one period of play. Hurricanes with 3 goals on 10 shots have a 3-1 lead on the Rangers after one, and they trail the best-of-7 series 3-0. So Carolina, facing elimination, played very well in that first period. Let's take a look around the National Hockey League at 10 o'clock tonight. The Dallas Stars will be in Colorado to take on the Avalanche. Colorado got the split in Dallas to start the series, so that series even at a game apiece as the scene shifts back to Denver. Now tomorrow at 6:30, Boston will play host to Florida for their Game 4 in Boston. Panthers with a win last night, 6-2 in Game 3. They've got a 2-1 series lead as all 3 games in that series have been blowouts. Boston won the first one 5-1. Panthers came back with 6-1 and 6-2 victories in the last 2 games. The winner of this series will take on the winner of Boston and Florida. And then at 9:30 tomorrow, Vancouver will be at Edmonton to take on the Oilers. Edmonton picked up an overtime victory last night to even that best-of-7 series up at 1-0. Of course, the winner of Edmonton-Vancouver will take on the winner of Dallas and Colorado. As we're down to the Elite 8 in the NHL, teams vying for a chance to go to the conference final. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look deeper into the numbers through this one. Again, not a ton of shots on goal, 10-8 in favor of Carolina. Martin Necas and Jake Gensel, the 2 players with multiple shots on goal, both with 2 for Carolina. The only player with more than 1 shot on goal for the Rangers, Jack Roslovic. If you remember Game 3, the hits were really one-sided, at least on the stat sheet, in favor of Carolina. Things a little bit more even through the first period here in Game 4. Rangers out hitting Carolina 10-9, but the face-off dot's been consistently in favor of Carolina, but never as much as what we've seen through the first period. Carolina won 71% of the draws, and what has become a possession game in Carolina having a lot of possession and a lot of shots. Rangers not winning any face-offs so far, as the best that they've been able to accomplish is Zibanejad winning 40% of his faceoffs. We'll see if that improves as we enter period number 2. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
This is what's on tap for the second period, brought to you by New Heineken Silver. And as I mentioned, got to do a better job on the faceoffs, got to be able to possess the puck. You know, the game has been a lot closer than, I guess, the score would indicate at 3-1. Again, shots fairly even, hits fairly even. The one thing that is one-sided is the faceoff dot. But, take a look what Carolina has done over the last couple of games. 4 for 4 on the kill in Game 3, and they killed off the lone penalty that has been committed in this game when Jordan Staal had a penalty late in period number 1. So Carolina, which really just could not figure out a way to stop the Rangers' power play early, maybe kind of cracked the code on that. The Rangers have been so reliant, especially getting back into games, scoring on that power play. We'll see if they can figure out a way to get back in the ledger if given the opportunity later on in this game. And that was What's on Tap, brought to you by New Heineken Silver, world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Well, that'll do it for the first intermission report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today. I'll talk to you again coming up in the second intermission, but after these messages, Sam Aday with a call to period number 2 from Raleigh, where the Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead on the Rangers after 1. Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 3-0. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been your local Tri-Honda dealers New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThrivewellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
We are back at PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina, getting set for the second period. Second period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. What do you look for here in the second, Dave?
Well, I just think that the Rangers have to be those little things that we talk about all series long about Carolina. I thought once again they were really strong at the offensive blue line, and they created opportunities that they weren't allowed or couldn't create in the first 3 games. But really, when you think about it, there was 1 point difference between these two teams in the regular season. It was 3. So You just get back to the basics, maybe a little firmer in your own end of the ice. We looked at a couple of replays on the goals. It looked like coverage issues might have been a little soft, so you just have to pick up the intensity a little bit and realize that Carolina is still going to be a team that's going to force you to compete every single shift.
Underway, second period. Face-off win by Jordan Staal. Carried down the right side by Jarvis. Right circle, he's checked by Miller. Puck deflected behind the net. Jarvis tries to center for Teravainen. Broken up by Miller. Comes to the line, kept in by the Hurricanes. Carried behind the net. Pass out front. Stopped by Zibanejad. He's checked by Teravainen, but he clears it out. Pass to the Ranger zone. Sent out by Miller. Ahead. Tipped ahead by Kreider in the Carolina end. Played by Orlov. Round the left side in the Carolina zone. Out to center. Jarvis at the red line. Puts it in the Ranger zone. Down the right side, Jordan Staal. One-handed shot save made by Shesterkin. Up the boards. Sent in deep. Turnaround shot by Gensel. Big save by Shesterkin. And it's cleared out by Schneider to Kreider. Kreider puts it in the Carolina zone, and it's played by Brent Burns. Out to Svechnikov, quick pass blocked. Svechnikov, left side, shot and save made by Shesterkin on Aho. A battle along the boards. The pass back taken away by the Rangers, cleared out by Cooley to Kakko. Up the right side in the Carolina zone. Dropped to Wenberg, right circle. To Fox for a shot, save made by Anderson. Rebound played by Kaapo Kakko. Backhands it deep into the right corner. Cooley is there. Skates up the boards toward the blue line. Left side feed to Lindgren. Circles. Skates right along the blue line. Backhands it to Kakko. Right circle. Checked by Burns. Kakko turns. Skates up toward the blue line. Drop pass for the shot by Lindgren. Deflected wide. Round the boards it goes. And it's cleared out by Staal. Stopped by Kakko. Back pass into his own center to Lindgren, to Gustafsson, just off the bench. Long pass ahead, tipped into the zone by Trocheck, played away by Anderson. Sent back behind the Carolina net. They hold there. Brady Shea comes out with it. Up the right side of Natchez. Natchez into the Ranger zone. Took a hit, got taken down.
Wow, I think they missed that one.
And the Rangers able to clear it out. Gustafsson lifting it to the Carolina line. Played by Lafreniere off the post. Oh, good chance on the setup from Panarin to Lafreniere.
Panarin did a great job of corralling that puck and making a play.
Tipped into the Carolina zone. Fired out by Orlov. Deflected in the Ranger end. Played behind the net by Shesterkin. Left side feed to Gustafsson. Left it for Lafreniere. Back to Gustafsson. Up ahead. Trocheck took a hit from Orlov. And the Hurricanes able to play the puck out. Long pass. Left side. Cutting in. Kotkaniemi. Pass down low is blocked. Nice play in front by Gustafsson. Rangers clear to center. Shea sends it back in. Low and hard around the boards. Miller tried to play it. Nason drops it off from Kotkaniemi. Back to Nason. He's stopped there and tied up. Rangers take the puck. Panarin at the goal line. Lifts it out to center. Goes by Brodzinski all the way down to the Carolina zone. D'Angelo back for it. Winds it around to Shea. Up the right side of Kotkaniemi. To the red line. Backhand pass. Into the Rangers zone. Stopped by Schneider. Drops it back behind the net for Miller. Skates left. Feed up ahead. Taken by Goodrow. Goodrow goes cross ice to the red line to Schneider. Into the Carolina end. He winds it in. Brent Burns takes over. Fires hard around the board. Stopped by Goodrow. Put it in front. Blocked by Burns and cleared out. 3:40 gone by. Second period. 3-1. Carolina leading it. Schneider sends it in. Low and hard around the boards. Roslovic after it. Back pass out of the zone. Taken back by Jarvis. Into the Ranger zone right side. He's checked there by Fox. Turned the puck over. Lindgren tried to move it. Picked up by Zibanejad. Skates right to the red line and fires in. Round the boards it goes. Looking for it is Roslovic. He's got it. Cross ice feed off the boards to Fox in deep. Centers. It's blocked away by Anderson, who makes the save on Kreider on the rebound. Big save by Anderson.
Yeah, huge save. Nice job.
Carolina coming down. Jordan Staal, right side, cuts to the middle. Drop pass for a shot by Teravainen. Save made by Shesterkin, and he holds it.
A couple of good
23 gone by in the second. Sorry, Dave.
A couple of good opportunities here for the Rangers. A crossbar off the stick of Alexis Lafreniere. And then Kreider gets a really good opportunity on top of Anderson. So, the Anderson back in the net after a day off, and, he looks solid. He's not overly playing a puck here early in the second period. Rangers just keep plugging away here, trailing by 2.
Face off to the left of Shesterkin. Wenberg on the draw against Drury. Drury is chased. No. Yes, he is chased. Questions the linesman, but moves out, and Martinook comes in against Wenberg. In the circle to the left of Shesterkin. Played back by Martinook. Controlled. Shot by D'Angelo wide. Goes to the left side. Played by Natchez. Natchez, side of the left circle. Cross ice feed to D'Angelo. Skates down the right wing boards and skates back toward the blue line. Center of the blue line. Backhands a pass in deep. Played off the boards by Gustafsson. Up ahead, Goodrow able to clear to center. Kakko took a hit, and the puck taken away. Reed stolen by Wenberg, but in front it's cleared away by Carolina to center. Picked up there by Natchez. Cross the Ranger line. Angles right, top of the right circle. Puts it in front, deflected into the corner. Moved up the boards, right point. Natchez left point to D'Angelo. He hit the post on the shot. Big drive by D'Angelo. Put out in front, right side Chatfield out to Orlov for a shot gloved. It was going wide, but Shesterkin gloved it wide of the net and held on for a face-off.
It'll be interesting to see if this shot by D'Angelo, I'm not sure it didn't glance off the blocker of Igor Shesterkin. As we take a look, I think either way, it comes off the post and it stays on the right side of the goal line. Face-off in the Rangers' defensive zone here. Carolina with 15 shots on goal. The Rangers with 11. 3-1 hockey game, Sam.
5:13 gone by here in the second period. No scoring here in the second. Face-off win for Carolina. They've won a lot of face-offs. Right point shot by Chatfield. Save Shesterkin. Rebound played around the board. Goodrow chases after it. Gets to it. And it's cleared out. He got help from Brzezinski, but it was lifted out of the zone and out of play.
Yeah, you talk about the face-off, Sam. In the first period, the Rangers just 4 of 14 on the face-offs. They're 5 of 16 now. So that's been Carolina has been dominant in this series on the face-offs, and where that really becomes prevalent, which hasn't been a factor tonight. There's just been one power play, so there's just been one special teams event. So this one's to the right of Igor Shesterkin.
Zibanejad and Aho for the face-off in the circle. Zibanejad trying to move it. Svechnikov stepped in with a back pass feed to Svechnikov. Shot blocked in front. Played by Panarin. Up the left side of Miller. And he sends to center to Schneider. Angles left and fires it around the boards. Anderson got a stick on it. Slowed it down. Orlov sends it around the boards to Chatfield. Out to center. Tip to the Ranger line. Stopped by Schneider. Left side of Miller, he skates to center. Up the middle, angles right at the blue line. Dumps it down the boards. Orlov takes over for Carolina. He's checked by Miller. Moves it up the boards, and it's cleared out by Chatfield. Left side to Gensel. Gensel in against Schneider. Down the left side boards. Checked there along the boards. And a whistle down. A penalty upcoming. A holding the stick call against the Rangers. And Mika Zibanejad, questioning the call, goes to the penalty box.
I'm not sure where this penalty took place because the whole play was a one-on-one thing with. Well, that was coming out of the out of Carolina's end, I guess. But in the meantime, Carolina will go on the power play, a power play that has had no success so far in this series. We'll get this opportunity here tonight to crack the Ranger penalty killing code. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like-new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, Root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin, and the Hurricanes at 72% efficient on the face-offs here.
Carolina 0 for 15 on the power play in the series. Face-off win. Back to the point. Shea to Svechnikov. Shot blocked. Big block by Goodrow. Gets up limping. Puck around the boards. Feed in the middle of the blue line to Shea. Left side. Centered for Aho. His shot was blocked with the stick by Trouba, and it goes up into the netting, stopping play. Good job by the Rangers blocking shots.
Barclay Goodrow had his glove stripped off. He's having a conversation with the official. This officiating crew, all four, we have not seen in the playoffs so far. Just a second penalty called on the night, so they're letting them play a little bit here.
Face off. Trocheck on it, gets it to Goodrow, who clears it. Good effort by Vincent Trocheck.
Well, he had to stay with that one, right? He did a nice job down on basically all fours, taps it over to Goodrow, and out it goes.
Shea up the middle, right side feed to Jarvis, into the right circle, cross-ice pass, centered, and the shot, the blocker save made by Shesterkin. Sent around the boards, and out comes Trocheck. Trocheck with Goodrow, cross the line. Goodrow, right circle, cross-ice Lindgren, and a save by Anderson. Oh, good chance, shorthanded again by the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jarvis didn't block that one, Sam. Either way, the Rangers attack on the penalty kill.
With just over a minute to go on the power play, Svechnikov deep in the Ranger zone. Back pass to Shea, right point. Winds it around behind the net, stopped by Lindgren. Gets it cross ice to Wenberg. Clearing attempt, intercepted by Svechnikov. Aho with a shot, blocked and cleared by Lindgren all the way down.
Yeah, that's that old hanging curveball play up the middle, right? Not a lot of good things happen.
No.
A nice block by Lindgren.
Yes, good recovery. 40 seconds to go on the power play. In comes Svechnikov, dropped it off. In deep, Nason. Wraparound try is stopped by Shesterkin. Sent up the boards. Natchez centers. Played in deep to Gensel. Gensel up the boards for Natchez. Skates to the blue line. Works it ahead. Gets it back from Nason. Skates left along the blue line. Natchez crisscrosses with Kuznetsov. Feeds to Burns. Gets it back left point. In deep for Nason. Centers. Wide open. Shot by Kuznetsov. Save made. Big save by Shesterkin. And the puck deflected out of play.
Well, that's Igor Shesterkin at the top of his game, right? Like, he's right on top. This is a really quick east to west pass, and he's right in the right position to make the save. Actually, we go back to that shorthanded attempt. Jarvis, I think, deflects it, and Anderson makes the blocker save off the stick of Lindgren. In the meantime, Shesterkin with a couple of pretty big saves here on this Carolina power play.
7 seconds to go in the man advantage for Carolina. Stahl and Wenberg for the face-off to the left of Igor Shesterkin. They're set. Linesman drops the puck. Face-off win by Stahl. Back to Slavin. Skates left along the blue line and shoots it. Blocked by Wenberg. Rangers take over, and the power play for Carolina is over. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play in the game. 11:45 to go, second period. Carolina leading 3-1. Hurricanes to center. D'Angelo up ahead. Pass into the Ranger zone for Stahl. Winds in deep. Panarin able to move it up, try to get it to Zibanejad, stopped by Drury to Martinook, left corner. Martinook centers, deflected, goes cross ice, picked up, and out comes Lafreniere. Races down the left side, moves in, shoots wide. Oh, the drag and shoot by Lafreniere, but he missed wide. Gets the rebound and shoots wide. Round the boards, Gustafson comes in to wind it past Zibanejad. Miller at the right point. Backhands it ahead, it was blocked. Battle along the boards, kicked loose, and Carolina comes out with a puck. 11 minutes to go, second period. Carolina leading 3-1. Deep in the Rangers zone. Martinook battling Zibanejad. Rangers able to clear. Gustafson got it out, took a hit from Aho. Back comes Carolina. Aho drops it off, left side. Played by Svechnikov, back to the point to Orlov. Winds it in deep behind the Ranger net, all the way around the boards. Panarin able to pick it up. Finds an open man, Gustafson. Skates to the red line, lifts in. Back for it, Dmitry Orlov. Coming down to the midway point, second period. With Carolina leading 3-1. Out to center, Chatfield. Feed into the middle, send in deep by Aho. Aho chases it down. Pass along the boards to Svechnikov. He gave it up. Rangers cleared to center, but it's stopped and cleared back in. Shesterkin from behind his net fires a long pass to Kakko. 3-on-1 down low. Hit the post. Oh, the Rangers came awfully close.
Shesterkin caught the Carolina Hurricane in a line change, and he created the odd man rush, and the Rangers ring it off the post.
Oh, man. What a pass from Shesterkin all the way to the blue line. And the Rangers hit the post on the offensive chance. Deep in the Carolina zone, Canes come out with a puck, taken away by Lafreniere, and then broken up the line by Orlov. Played back by Drury into the Carolina zone. 9.5 minutes to go. Second period, 3-1, Carolina leading it. Rangers set up their 1-3-1 in the neutral zone to center D'Angelo. Pass tipped into the Ranger zone, stopped by Fox. Works it to Lindgren, left side. Right side feed for Trocheck, played by Fox at the red line. He fires it in. Around the boards it goes. D'Angelo try to play it. Lafreniere puts it into the crease. It's smothered by Anderson. Stopping play with 9:06 to go in this second period, and Carolina leading 3-1. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it.
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collision or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease send. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
To win the cup, everything needs to line up perfectly. No different than finding the person you want to marry. When the time comes to propose, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. They'll make shopping for a ring easy. Let them help you pick or design the perfect ring to fit any budget from their 2 by London collection. London Jewelers is committed to getting it just right. So visit London Jewelers today at any of their 7 locations, including the newest location at the mall at Short Hills. Mention I told you to stop by and you'll get the Michael K treatment.
Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Face off to the right, Frederick Anderson, who's got a little bit of help here in the second period with his goal post. And I think on that short-handed attempt, I think Lindgren also clicked it off the outside of the post. And a really nice play created when Igor Shesterkin recognized that the Hurricanes were in a line change, and he fired it 2/3 of the way up the ice and created the odd man rush.
And Wenberg hit the post. Zibanejad on with Kreider and Roslovic, Lindgren and Fox. Face-off in the Carolina zone. Face-off wins Zibanejad out to Lindgren. Dropped it off to Fox down the left wing boards. Cuts in and shoots. Save. Anderson. No rebound.
Yeah, this is a nice cycle off a good face-off win. This is about as clean a face-off win as the Rangers have had so far in this hockey game. And Lindgren walks it to the middle. Fox cycles in behind. There's a bit of confusion in coverage by Carolina, and Fox gets an opportunity to get it towards the net. As Teravainen may have got his stick in there a little bit. In the meantime, another face-off to the right of the Carolina netminder, Sam.
Zibanejad and Stahl. Zibanejad won that. Back to Lindgren, left point. Right side feed to Fox. At the blue line. Left side of Lindgren. Long shot blocked in front. Rebound taken by Teravainen. Skates to center up the left side. Lifts it into the Rangers zone. It winds behind the net. Sent around the boards to Roslovic. He takes it out to center. Up the left side. Fires in. Around the boards it goes. Slavin got a piece. Played behind the Carolina net. Moved to the near side. Chased down by Kreider. Centers broken up by Burns. In comes Fox to play it. Right corner. Back pass to Roslovic. Left side to Gustafsson. Gustafsson skates right. Feeds Roslovic. Right circle. Tried to feed Kreider. He was tied up. His stick was tied up as he was battling in front.
Yeah, I think that was Jordan Stahl, right? Jordan Stahl, that big reach.
Clear down the ice. Rangers try to clear. Kept in by Jarvis. Pass down low to Teravainen. Center to that's broken up. Good play by Roslovic. Out comes Wenberg into the Carolina zone. He stopped just inside the line. Fired around the boards. Around the boards it goes. Kept in by Capo Caco. Tried to get it around to Wenberg. It was broken up by Orlov. And cleared out to center. Down the right side. 2-on-1 developing. In comes Kotkaniemi. He missed the net.
Boy, I'll tell you, a nice fake, right? That was pretty well played by the Ranger defenseman, Jacob Trouba. And Kotkaniemi looked like he was going to feed it across and fired it. Oh, boy. And just a little too high, a little too hard. In the meantime, the Rangers will have another defensive zone face-off to protect. The Wenberg line continues to be the most effective Ranger threesome.
And Peter Laviolette is using that line a lot in this game.
Well, he does. You know, he recognizes hot hands, right? Now, a lot of times he's going to err on the side of doubling up Panarin, doubling up, Zibanejad. But I'll tell you, this Wenberg line has been good here tonight.
Face-off, Goodrow, a standoff with Kuznetsov in the circle. Rangers able to move it. It's chipped out by Vesey. Sends in from the red line. Stop behind the net off the stick of Anderson. Centered Vesey, turnaround shot, save off the chest of Anderson. Comes back to Schneider for a shot. He scores! It may have been tipped in front. Braden Schneider with a big shot. And Barclay Goodrow with a deflection in front. And it's a 3-2 game. The Rangers cutting the Carolina lead.
Johnny Brodzinski's going to be the first guy in on this forecheck. Vesey's going to get an opportunity as the result of Brodzinski getting in. So Vesey turns around and fires. Now the heat gets turned up. Carolina gets running around a little bit. Schneider draws it to the middle, and up about the hash marks, it looks like Barclay Goodrow tips it over the left shoulder of Frederick Anderson off the post. It's a one-goal game.
7:10 remaining. Oh, a huge goal. The time of the goal, 12:43. And now it's back to a one-goal game. Rangers have trailed by 2 twice. They've cut it to 1 for the second time. Schneider keeps it in the Carolina zone. Hurricanes able to clear it out. Long pass to Natchez into the Ranger zone. Lost control. Cleared away by Miller out to center. Stopped there by Chatfield. Left side feed brought in and centered for Martinook. Back pass to Orlov for a shot that's knocked away. Rebound on the near side. Chatfield winds it deep to Drury. Left side feed. And the quick shot by Natchez. A save made by Shesterkin. Centered. Shesterkin deflected her way. Shot by Chatfield goes wide. Pressure here. Good response by Carolina. Rangers have the puck in their own zone. Lafreniere skates up the right side of center. Across the red line, lifts it in. Deep into the Carolina zone. Chatfield back for it. 6:10 to go. Second period. Carolina leading 3-2.
A really good play by Lafreniere. He gets the red line and gets it in and pays a bit of a price off Orlov.
The puck taken back by Carolina. They bring it in down the right side. Gensel pulls up top of the circle, dropped it off, carried in deep. Played along the boards by Svechnikov, but he lost it to Panarin, who lost it to Gensel. Svechnikov, bottom of the right circle. Panarin checks him. Centered back, tipped out of the zone. Back into the Carolina end.
Great positioning by Gustafsson. Protects the middle of the ice. Stick in the right spot. Deflects it out of the defensive zone.
Back comes Carolina. Left side feed for a shot. Kick save made by Shesterkin. Rebound behind the net. Put out in front. Another save. Shesterkin. A battle around the net. Players go down. Puck comes out to Burns, left point. Right side of Slavin. Works it in deep. Winds behind the goal line. Trocheck sends it up the boards. It's blocked there. Kept in deep. Svechnikov. His pass blocked. It's taken back. Centered by Gensel to Slavin. He shoots wide. Rebound to Svechnikov. Back pass to the point. Right side to D'Angelo. In the middle of the blue to Slavin. Left side to Stahl, just off the bench.
You got some tired Rangers out there,
yes.
Sam.
Round the boards, D'Angelo in deep centers. Good play by Shesterkin with the stick, and it's cleared out of the zone. 4:40 to go, second period. 3-2 Carolina leading it. They send it deep. It goes across the goal line for an icing with 4:36 to go. Big time pressure by Carolina.
Shift
and Shesterkin did a great job,
with the stick. Yeah, shift after the goal, right? It's interesting that the Ranger coaching staff did send the Wenberg line out, but you get pinned, and with that second period, you can get on your heels, and it's hard getting off. That's why that icing was huge. The Rangers had a partial change. The icing by Carolina in that. It's the Rangers in the offensive zone.
Zibanejad on with Kreider. Off the face-off. Lafreniere still on as well. Carolina clears it out. Back in the Rangers zone. Lindgren clears to center. Sent back in by Stahl. Fox takes over. Left side feed to Lindgren. Right side to Fox in center. Cuts to the middle. Right side to Kreider. Rink-wide feed, left circle to Zibanejad. Back pass to Lafreniere. Lafreniere with a shot, went wide. Played by Kreider in the right corner. Skates up the boards. Dropped it off to Lafreniere. Works his way right circle. He shoots high. Just missed the net. Lafreniere gets his own rebound at the blue line. Long shot, save, Anderson. Rebound to the near side.
Lafreniere out here with Zibanejad and Kreider.
Lafreniere down the boards was checked by by Martinook, kept in by Fox. His pass deflected out of the zone. A hit by Kreider, and then he was hit by Jarvis. Physical play picking up. Lafreniere with a puck in his own zone. 3.5 minutes to go. Second period. 3-2 Carolina leading. Miller puts it in the Carolina end. Chatfield back for it. Hit hard by Miller in deep. Puck around the board. Stopped by Kakko. Right circle. Skates to the goal line. Comes around the net. Out in front. Lost control. Kakko has it back. Kakko centers for Wenberg. His save made by Anderson. And D'Angelo trying to clear, does to center. Stopped by Miller, then shot in by Brady Shea. 3 minutes to go. Second period.
What a job by Kakko. Controlling the puck, controls the puck, creates havoc in front.
Again, that line. Everybody's been good on that line. Wenberg, Kakko, and Cooley. Rangers come across the line. Shot by Schneider. Saved by Anderson. Rebound on the near side. Wound in deep by Cooley. Played up the boards. And a hit by Wenberg, but the puck carried out to center by Orlov. Drop pass in the Rangers zone. Kuznetsov with a shot and a save by Shesterkin, and he holds it with 2:30 to go in this third period. And Carolina leading it 3-2. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience.
Hey Insiders, thanks for joining us again for more Stanley Cup playoffs action. What a night we had last night in the Vancouver game, and thank you to everybody who reached out via the emails, the text messages, the DMs on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for reaching out. You guys said you wanted these games, so here we are. Then I put the poll up and it was 95% to 5%. So here we are. I'm going to do as many games as I can right here on TSI going through these playoffs, and we're going to cheer on the Canadian teams and whoever else that we're going for the night of. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button, and as well, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, and let's help us get over 18,000 as we come in tonight with the two matchups between the Rangers and the Hurricanes and the Avs and Stars. Thanks again for being here. We'll see you guys in the chat.
This out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Best Trails and Travel. Later on, Dallas at Colorado in the Western Conference Series. That's tied 1-1. Tomorrow, Boston home against Florida. That series, Florida leading 2-1. And tomorrow night, the other Western Series with Vancouver at Edmonton tied 1-1. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Visit them today for the ultimate travel experience at besttrailstravel.com.
Face off on the left of Igor Shesterkin. Barclay Goodrow, who's drawn the Rangers to within one here with his second playoff goal. On the face-off here against Jack Drury.
Goodrow from Schneider and Vesey at 12:43, and Schneider with a good shot from the point. Face-off win by Carolina. Long shot, save, rebound, wide. Around the net, Natchez. Left circle, he turns, he shoots, save. Shesterkin, the rebound, controlled by the Rangers. Vesey fires it out to center. Martinook sends it back in, broken up by Vesey. Goodrow to center, sends in from the red line. Back forward to Orlov. In the corner, takes a hit from Vesey. Played around the boards by Drury and sent ahead by Chatfield. Natchez gets knocked down on a solid hit. The puck into the Rangers zone. Played by Trouba up ahead, tipped in by Brodzinski. Deep into the Carolina end. A minute 50 to go. Carolina leading 3-2 here in the second period. Chatfield up the boards right side. Backhanded in deep by Aho. Batted wide of the net. Sent up the board. Stopped by Burns for a shot. Knocked away by Shesterkin. Rebound kept in deep by Carolina. They put the pressure on. Good work along the boards by the Rangers defense. Ryan Lindgren able to clear it out to Kreider. Into the Carolina end. Clearing attempt. Stopped by Fox. Round the boards to Roslovic. Top of the left circle. Back pass. Quick shot by Kreider. Wide. Zibanejad able to play the rebound. Along the left wing board. Skates up to the blue line. Right side feed to Fox. Right point. Wides it ahead for Kreider. That's forced out of the zone. And Kreider recovers. Back pass to Lindgren. Under a minute to go. Second period. 3-2 Carolina leading it. Roslovic across the line. Right circle to the goal line. Centers back. Shot by Trocheck. Blocked. Shot it by Trocheck wide. Around the boards, kept in by Miller. Winds it around, taken by Gensel. Gensel tried to move it, it was blocked. Taken back by Burns. Fights off the stick check of Lafreniere and clears it down the ice. This will be an icing on Carolina. 31.3 seconds remaining in the second period. Rangers trailing 3-2.
But for the shift immediately after the Rangers goal, a lot of the momentum of the second period has shifted to the Rangers side of the coin here. You know, a few more opportunities. Now, listen, Carolina can put you under siege. Shesterkin has had to be good. He's shut the door here after giving up the first three goals. Face off to the right of the Carolina netminder, Frederick Anderson.
Trocheck on with Lafreniere and Panarin, Miller and Schneider. Face-off win by Trocheck. Panarin at the blue line, turns and shoots wide. Off the boards, Miller in deep. Miller being checked there, skates back toward the blue line. Now into the middle. Shot attempt was blocked. Breakout. Breakaway for Carolina. Down the left side. Shesterkin a save on Gensel.
Well, I tell you that there was an interference run here. My goodness, on the back check for the Rangers now as Aho and it looks like Panarin or Trocheck. And now Burns jumps in. Burns jumps in and throws it right over the shoulder of the linesman. And Trocheck, and it looks like Trocheck and Burns are going to get coincidental minors here. And Aho must have done something here along the way.
Lafreniere is going back at Aho.
But
Slavin has moved in.
Right.
And Aho grabs Lafreniere.
Right.
They have a hold of each other's jersey. Panarin.
Svechnikov.
Got Svechnikov. All right.
So in the sequence prior, Keandre Miller looks like he's got some daylight in the offensive zone and just misplays the puck. That's an odd man rush coming the other way, but my goodness, Slavin jumps right in front of Schneider, and to the rescue was Shesterkin off a clear shot from Gensel. So
13.7 seconds remaining.
They're going to kind of
separated everyone.
Well, I know they've got Trocheck and Burns, but Trocheck and Aho had something going. And then Lafreniere, I'll tell you.
You're 16, Carolina 8, minor penalty each for roughing.
Okay.
Tell you Aho, you know what Aho reminds me of? Is Brian Trottier.
Now you mentioned that to me once.
They play, they're world-class players, and they're mean. You know, I tell you, Aho, again, Brian Boyle told me that, opening night when Brian was involved in the TV side of the broadcast, and I'll tell you, he's a sneaky mean guy.
Well, they got Burns for that over the linesman shot.
Right. Yeah.
Teams are skating 4 aside. 13.7 seconds remaining here in the second period. Rangers have had the only goal of the period. Carolina leads 3-2. Carolina has led since the second minute of the first period. Puck taken by Zibanejad across the Carolina line. Dropped it off for Fox. Finds an open man. And the shot was blocked. Lindgren took the shot and was blocked away. And that's it for the second period. There were moments where Carolina was very dangerous, but the Rangers had a pretty good period.
Better period. There's no question, Sam. We talked about it 3-1 in the first period. I think we both agreed, which was easy to agree, that the next goal was going to be big, right? And particularly on either case, if Carolina gets up 4-1, from our perspective, obviously, we're hoping that it was the Rangers, and the Rangers deliver. A good, solid forecheck by Johnny Brodzinski turns up the temperature. Carolina gets running around a little bit. Schneider throws it to the net. Goudreau deflects, so we have a 3-2 hockey game. So, I say stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, big third period coming up. Rangers have cut into the lead. End of 2. Carolina leads at 3-2. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
Step inside an Infiniti QX60 and relax in uninterrupted comfort. Leave schedules, appointments, and meetings behind. That can definitely wait. Just turn on the available massage seats and unwind for just a little longer. Until you feel infinitely you. Discover more about the Infiniti QX60 crossover at InfinityUSA.com.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 878-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467 877-369.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolón Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolón tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit grandmarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
This is the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Better period for the Rangers. They scored the only goal, and Carolina now leads 3-2 after 40 minutes of play. This is the Rangers' second intermission report, and it's brought to you by Spectrum. Let's recap the period. As I mentioned, the Rangers were very active. They hit a couple of posts. Lafreniere was pretty good as well in this period, but it would be a deflection by Barclay Goodrow, his second of the postseason. Schneider took the shot from the point off the feed from VC, and that came at 12:43, and the Rangers got within a goal. Carolina came right back, put a ton of pressure, but outside of that punchback after the Goodrow goal, Rangers really did a good job in period number 2. There were no power play opportunities. There were a couple of penalties that came at the end of the third period. Trocheck and Burns would go for coincidental minors for roughing at 19:46. So we will start the third period 4-on-4. But the Rangers, I thought, a better period. They were outshot 13-12 in that middle frame, but I thought the Rangers had the better of the opportunities. Carolina came close as well. D'Angelo hit a post. So shots 23-20 in favor of Carolina. Both teams 0-for-1 on the power play. And what has been the theme of this series, one-goal games. All 3 games have been decided by a goal, and now Game 4 will go into the third period with Carolina up 3-2 as the Hurricanes looking to stay alive, stave off elimination. They're down 3-0 in this best-of-7 series here in this Game 4. Stick with MSG for all things pre- and post-game coverage for every game the Rangers play. Watch it on MSG or stream for free on MSG Plus with an eligible TV subscription. When we come back, we're going to hear from Peter Laviolette, Mika Zibanejad, go around the National Hockey League, dig deeper into the numbers from the second period, and then we'll drop the puck for the third period in Carolina, with the Hurricanes trying to climb back into this series, have a 3-2 lead after 40 minutes of play on home ice in Game 4. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York on the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout. Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolón Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolón tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit grandmarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Rangers Intermission Report. We're after 2 periods of play in Raleigh. Hurricanes have a 3-2 lead on the Rangers. Rangers lead the best-of-7 series 3-0. Well, the Rangers did not make a big splash at the deadline, although they did get a couple of nice pieces in Jack Roslovic, who's had a chance for the majority of the time to play the right wing on the top line, and also bringing in Alex Wenberg, who's done a great job on that third rotation. And both of them, I think, were great acquisitions, even though it didn't maybe move the needle as much as the fans wanted to see at the deadline. Peter Laviolette talked about them in the pregame earlier today on what Roslovic and Wenberg brought the team after the trade deadline.
I think it's on display, if I'm being honest. Like Roslovic, his speed and the way he can hang on to the puck, he's produced for us in the playoffs here. I do feel like the Wenberg line has had possession. They've done a good job. I don't think it's translated into offense. I think eventually it will if you're doing the right things and you're playing in the right zone and you're generating some looks and some chances. I think it should eventually pay off. But Wenberg gives that depth down the middle that we were needing and wanting at the time, and he hasn't disappointed us there. Roslovic has done exactly what I think we hoped he would do when he came in here. Speed, pucks on his stick, he's shifty, he's crafty, and he's done a really good job playing with Mika and Kreitz.
Yeah, Wenberg has done a very good job along with Roslovic. Wenberg's hit a post here. The line he's on has contributed offense, with Cooley scoring to get the Rangers back into the game at 2-1 back in the first period. And Roslovic with his speed. And Peter Laviolette was asked, what has Roslovic's speed done for Zibanejad and Kreider?
I think it opens them up a little bit. When somebody has the puck and they're attacking, you have to draw defense to the puck in the puck area. Good hockey minds and offensive guys that know where to be and where to go to try and feed off of that. But it's the way he drives in and delays or takes it wide or, has the ability to bring some people to him and then push it to somebody else, whether it's a defenseman or whether it's his two line mates. There's an opportunity to try and make something happen.
Now, Mika Zibanejad playing on that line, he says it's no surprise that the chemistry with Roslovic has reached a new level in the playoffs.
In the regular season, obviously him coming in was such a quick move. We didn't get a whole lot of practice either. The only time we actually got the chance to practice more than one day in between the games was after the regular season. When we had those days where we kind of regroup and just got the chance to talk, got the chance to work on stuff in practice, and I think that's normal. Sometimes it clicks right away and you don't even have to talk about it. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time and you have to work through some things, but in terms of that, I think it's gotten better, and we're not satisfied. We want to continue pushing.
All right, let's go around the National Hockey League. Later on tonight at 10 o'clock from Denver, the Avalanche and the Stars will continue their series as the scene shifts to Denver for Game 3. Best-of-7 series is even at a game apiece. Dallas blew a 3-0 lead in Game 1, lost it overtime 4-3, but bounced back with a win in Dallas. Again, that'll be a 10 o'clock face-off tonight. Tomorrow, the other two series will continue. In Boston, Game 4 between the Bruins and the Panthers. That series favors Florida 2-1 after dropping a 5-1 decision in Game 1. Panthers have bounced back with victories of 6-1 and 6-2, although last night's game is a little bit closer than the final score indicated, as it was a 4-2 game late, and it was DeBrusk that hit the crossbar with about 2.5 minutes to go that could have made it a one-goal game, but then Florida, a couple of empty netters later, wins 6-2. And then at 9:30, it'll be Vancouver and Edmonton as the scene shifts up to Alberta, as Vancouver and Edmonton lead that series 1 game apiece, as the Oilers bounce back last night with an overtime victory that evened the series up at 1. This is what's on tap in the third period, brought to you by New Heineken Silver. When you look deeper into the numbers, even though he's not on the scoreboard and he's a -2, I think Alexis Lafreniere has played very well in this game. He has 2 shots on goal, and he has missed 5. So he has 5 shot attempts. He's hit a crossbar. He's really been active, and I think getting a chance to play late in the second period with Zibanejad and Kreider, you begin to wonder whether that will continue in the third period and whether Lafreniere may have an effect on this third period, because he's been a very good player for this team offensively, had a couple of goals the other night as well. So let's see if maybe he can be a factor in this third period. They're letting them play. There's only been a power play apiece, and that is a complete role reversal than what we've seen on average through the first 3 games of this series. So if we're going to be 5-on-5, Rangers are going to have to take advantage of the opportunities when they get them, and I have a feeling Alexis Lafreniere is going to be very involved in the third. That's What's on Tap, brought to you by New Heineken Silver, world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and 95 calories. Heineken has all the taste with no bitter endings. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Rangers doing a little bit of a better job of the face-off dot. Remember, they lost 71% of the face-offs through 1. Now through 2, they've lost 59%, so they've done a better job there. Shots on goal been pretty even all night, 23-20 in favor of Carolina. The leader for the Rangers with shots on goal with 4 is Adam Fox. The leader for Carolina with 6 is Jake Roslovic, who's really had a great series for this Carolina team, despite the fact that they've yet to win a game. But the hitting, that has stayed even as well, even though it seemed tilted in favor of Carolina in Game 3. Rangers out hitting the Hurricanes through 2 periods of play, 18-17. Rangers really spreading it around as Vincent Trocheck, Will Cooley, Eric Gustafsson, and Keandre Miller all are tied with 3 hits apiece. The leader in hits for Carolina with 4 is Sebastian Aho, who's also been very good in this series for Carolina. So now it comes down to 1 period of play here. Is there 1 period left in this series, or are the Rangers going to come back and do it, or is Carolina going to be able to hold on and force a Game 5 on Monday, which has been announced as a 7 o'clock face-off at Madison Square Garden if necessary? So these third periods have been wild. It's been fun. It's been low scoring over the last couple of games, and it has been tight. Every game in this series is decided by just 1 goal, and this is a 1-goal game going to the third period. Well, I'll talk to you again coming up in the post-game show, or maybe setting you up for overtime. We're going to have to wait and see what the third period will present. Rangers and the Hurricanes. Carolina leads the game 3-2 after 2 periods of play. The Rangers lead the series 3-0. That was the Rangers' second intermission report, brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum One with fast and reliable internet for $39.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited phone line. Both free for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Sam Rosen and Dave Maloney are coming up next. The call of the third period from Raleigh. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This has been the Spectrum New York Rangers Intermission Report. Blue Shirts Hockey is next.
Last call. Last call, last call, last call. Hey, New York, this is Michelle Scalisi from Security Dodge. Come get a last call. And right now, you can take up to $10,000 off MSRP on our like new Chargers and Challengers. Plus, they have a huge selection of Scat Packs, Swingers, Shakedowns, Demons, King Daytonas, Hellcats, TRXs. Do you want to roar? Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during our Memorial Day sales event.
Attention hockey fans, let's talk winning off the ice. ThriveWell Infusion specializes in delivering cutting-edge infusion therapies for rare diseases and autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis. At ThriveWell, patients receive care, comfort, convenience, and compassion so they can get back to cheering for their favorite teams. From New York to New Jersey and across Long Island, ThriveWell offers private, state-of-the-art infusion suites along with breakaway treatment from their highly trained medical team. Find out more at ThriveWellInfusion.com. ThriveWell, saving lives drip by drip.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deeks.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves.
Stop!
All the hits, all the snipes, all the sellies.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
All right, are you ready for a big third period? We are here in the booth in Raleigh, North Carolina. Sam Rosen along with Dave Maloney. Don LaGreca in the studio. And let's see what the third period will bring. Rangers down 3-2. Can they come back again? This is the best comeback team in the league. They've had 32 comeback wins in regular season and in the playoffs. The third period puck drop is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the brand new Tullamore Dew Honey during tonight's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. What do you think, Dave?
Well, again, that the Rangers got better in that second period. I think it's important you try to play as 5-on-5 as much as you can here. Protect the front of the net, and pucks and bodies are coming to the net with you're playing Carolina, so neither team's going to show the opposition anything they probably haven't already seen. And I still believe that the Rangers' depth of ability to make a play is superior to Carolina. So I look for a Ranger player to make a play to make a difference.
Rangers go left to right in this third period. Off the face-off, the teams are skating 4 aside with Brent Burns in the penalty box for Carolina. And in the penalty box for the Rangers,
Vinny Trocheck.
Vinny Trocheck. All right. They got roughing penalties during that little scrum for the end of the period. Carried into the Rangers zone by Svechnikov. He takes it away from Miller along the boards. Centers across. Played off the boards by Schneider. Back behind his own net to Miller. DeAndre Miller carries up the middle. Angles left. Drops it off at the blue line to Panarin. Across the red line. Into the Carolina zone right side. Centers. It's knocked down by Aho. Aho brings it out with a lead to Gensel. Gensel has 6 shots on goal in the game. Drop to Aho, side of the right circle. Centers all the way through, played off the boards, and dropped back by Fox to Schneider. Schneider leads Panarin to center. Panarin across the line, drop to Fox, right point. Skates left, comes down the slot, feet in front, and it went wide on the shot by Wenberg.
I think he's trying to find Panarin in front. That went right through the crease.
Orlov the other way, across the line, left side of Jarvis with a shot and a save by Shesterkin. Played by Wenberg, drops it back to Fox. 22 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. We're early third period. Carolina leading 3-2. Rangers to center. Right side, Trouba. Cuts to the middle at his own line. Pulls it back. And is joined by Wenberg in his own zone. He feeds Wenberg, who carries to center. Wenberg into the Carolina zone. Right circle. Pass across, tipped away by D'Angelo. Teams are back at full strength on the ice. Rangers keep in the Carolina zone. Brady Shea moves it up the boards and out to center. Stopped by Trouba. Rink wide to Zibanejad, left circle. In deep, he centers. It's carried by Lafreniere. He banks it in! Alexei Lafreniere scores to tie the game!
What a move by Lafreniere. It looked like he was going to bring it around behind the net. He's a left-handed shot coming off the right boards. It looks like he's going to go behind the net, and he sneaks it in the short side. Lafreniere, another goal and a big-time play made by a guy who's becoming an increasingly big-time player for this New York Ranger hockey team.
He is having an unbelievable game.
Banks it off the side of the goaltender. What a play by Lafreniere. We're tied at 3.
He's had 2 goals. He's hit the post twice, and he's had 3 more chances beside that.
Just a wonderful play. And again, Zibanejad has the puck in the offensive zone. He throws it to an area. Lafreniere picks it up, and we're tied at 3.
And the Rangers score early to tie this game. They have been trailing since the 2nd minute of the game. And now they've come back from 2 goals down twice, playing the Carolina zone. Orlov winds it behind his own net left side. Moved up the boards by Chatfield to center to Kotkaniemi. His pass blocked by Brzezinski. Kotkaniemi, left side feed to Kuznetsov. Fires it off the right corner boards. Nason checked to the boards by Miller. Puck lying in the corner. Moved by Goodrow up the left side to Jimmy Vesey. Vesey to center, across the red line, into the Carolina zone. Game tied 3-3. We are in the 3rd minute of play in the 3rd period. Carried out to center. Natchez right side of Burns. He carries him with a shot. Glove save made by Shesterkin. He holds it. 2:56 gone by in the 3rd. Go ahead, Dave.
Well, the thing is, Sam, no sooner did we talk about the Rangers' ability to make a play than one of their top guys makes a play. All right? And again, he has to have the wherewithal to think to throw it where he threw it. He's a good 2 feet below the goal line, he being Lafreniere.
Lafreniere, the goal from Zibanejad and Trouba at 2:04. Lafreniere has 11 points in 8 playoff games. He has really been outstanding. Face-off win by Wenberg. Played around the boards by Fox. Right side, dropped back by Kakko to Fox. Fox carries up the right side to center. Left side feed to Lindgren. Fires low and hard around the boards. Played back by Brady Cheno. He overskated. Rangers try to keep it in. Fox missed it. Back pass comes out of the zone. Carolina with a puck. Brought into the Rangers zone by Natchez. Winds it around the boards. Left side for Drury. Jack Drury lets Martinook take it. His shot blocked. Martinook tries to keep in. He does. It comes up to the blue line and is kept in deep. Winds behind the net, stopped by Shesterkin. Lindgren moved it. D'Angelo tried to put it in front. Lindgren intercepted. He's pressured by Drury. They battle for the puck. Drury gets it to Martinook behind the goal line. In the corner, Natchez fires around the boards to Slavin. Winds it back for Natchez, hits the side of the net. Moved up the boards to the blue line and kept in. Drury, right side to Natchez, skates up toward the blue line. Circles, turns, and his pass blocked by Lindgren out of the zone back into the Carolina end.
Yeah, all 5 Rangers now get off. What a bit of a break. That puck off the skate.
4:15 gone by, 3rd period, tied 3-3. Trouba clears the center, stopped there by Burns at the red line. Sends it in, round the boards it goes. Trouba reverses behind the goal line.
Offside,
to Gustafson. Offside whistled on the play.
Right.
We are 4:24 gone by, 3rd period. The Rangers have scored to tie the game 3-3.
Right, down 3-1 at one point of this hockey game. And let's, once again, it's a little bit like game 2 where the Rangers were down and Shesterkin shuts the door, right? So it's 3-1. Shuts the door, the Rangers peck away, and now we're all even Steven here with 15:36 left in regulation.
Face-off win by Zibanejad back into his own zone, set off the boards to the Carolina line. It was blocked. Turning around is Jarvis. Pass ahead, brought across by Stahl. Left circle, he's checked there by Trouba. Carries behind the goal line, rubbed out along the board. Jarvis takes over, right circle. Winds it deep for Stahl. Past him around the boards. Goodrow is there. Or rather, Kreider is there, trying to clear it. It was blocked, kept in by Teravainen. Teravainen turns. His pass deflected. Gustafson was checked along the boards. Teravainen, cross-ice feed for Slavin. Takes it off the boards, winds it behind the net to Jarvis. Try to put it in front. It comes out of the zone.
Again, Sam, that whole play, Chris Kreider has all kinds of time to get the puck out. He doesn't get it out. That puck has to get out.
That's a good point. In the Ranger zone, Schneider took a hit, winds it around to Panarin left side. Outlets to Roslovic in center. Taken back and moved into the Ranger zone. Jarvis left side. He's checked by Schneider and Panarin. Couldn't get a shot off. Rebound to the far side. Stepping up Chatfield with a shot. Save made by Shesterkin. Chatfield sends it around the boards to Aho, left circle. Dropped it off to Orlov. Orlov turns. Backhand shot. Save Shesterkin, and he holds it.
Yeah, Svechnikov comes in and gives that little extra tap onto Shesterkin. Orlov and Keandre Miller were both leaders in time on ice after 2 periods, and Orlov has been really good in this series. He had a goal in game 2, and he leads the defenders in ice time.
Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
No, that's all right.
5:40 gone by here in the third period. Carolina 26 shots for the game. Rangers 21. Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin. Aho against Brodzinski. This was one of the reasons Brodzinski's in the lineup. He can do several things for you, and he takes the defensive zone face-off. Svechnikov was pulled down. Nothing called on the play. Brodzinski breaks up the play. Rangers come out with the puck. Send it into the Carolina zone. Karams off the boards. D'Angelo, pressured by VC, gets it around to Svechnikov. Clears to center. Knocked down by Brodzinski, who sends it in deep. Off the corner boards, D'Angelo. Winds behind his own net, sends it up the boards. Svechnikov feeds to Gensel. Into the Ranger zone, left circle. Round the net he goes. Back pass to the point. Turning on the play is Natchez. Winds it around the boards past Aho. Near side. Turning is Gensel. Gets it in deep. To Natchez. Natchez skates up toward the blue line. Turns, center of the blue line. Save with the blocker. Rebound went over the top of the net. Behind the goal line. Aho digs it loose. Aho backhands in front, intercepted by Brodzinski, and he lifts it down the ice.
Again, Brodzinski doesn't panic. He protects the slot, right? And he's in the right position. The puck comes to the slot. Out it goes.
Slavin for Carolina. Outlet pass off the boards. Cross the line, Drury. Back pass to Natchez. Shot is kicked away. Nice save by Shesterkin. Rangers clear it out. Off the boards, back into the Carolina zone. Orlov with it. Little over 7 minutes gone by. Third period, tied 3-3. Orlov up the middle, angles right into the Ranger zone. Pass deflected, cleared out by Lafreniere to Panarin. Back in the middle of Trocheck. Angles left into the left circle. He shoots, save Anderson. Rebound cleared to the corner. Lafreniere takes it, skates up toward the blue line. Winds it behind the net to Trocheck. Trocheck in the right corner. Back pass to Lafreniere. Lafreniere winds it behind the net. Orlov takes over from Carolina. Up ahead to Drury, who lifts it out. Back into the Ranger zone. Schneider has trouble with Martinook. Schneider went down. Martinook with a pass blocked. Good play by Miller. Yeah. And the Rangers able to clear it out. Sent in by Wenberg. After it is Cooley behind the Carolina net. Moved up the boards left side to Kuznetsov. Right side feed to Burns into the middle of Kotkaniemi. Angles right across the Ranger line. It's broken up by Miller. It clears to center. Burns offside. Left side, offside. But still in the zone was Kuznetsov. 11:51 to go in the third period. The game is tied 3-3. New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York, and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Hey, New Yorkers, tonight's hockey is presented by Heineken Silver. New Heineken Silver is a world-class light beer with only 2.9 carbs and just 95 calories. Choosing a light beer usually means sacrificing on taste or quality. But with Heineken Silver, say goodbye to compromise. Heineken Silver has all the taste with no bitter endings. So this spring and throughout the playoffs, grab a surprisingly crisp and refreshing Heineken Silver. Taste the difference. Available at your local Heineken retailer or for delivery at Heineken.com/silver. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Now, it all started on a rainy Sunday, and I was enjoying a peaceful drive before the arrival of the in-laws when...
It's a disaster. That sneaky dog of yours got up on the counter and gobbled up the cake.
So I can pick up...
It's gotta be from the place off Highway 9. Hurry, they're almost here.
Luckily, my Nissan Altima was built to handle the unexpected. With available intelligent all-wheel drive, I was able to save the day without a slip-up.
You made it!
Piece of cake.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Now get a low $209 per month lease for 36 months on the 2024 Nissan Altima. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. Intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collision but provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees 2024 Altima SV front-wheel drive. $4049 initial payment excludes tax, title, license, and $695 acquisition fee. Includes $625 manufacturer's rebate applied to $209 per month lease. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. N6324.
Let's pause 10 seconds to allow stations to identify themselves on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
This is your radio home for New York Rangers hockey. This is 98.7 ESPN, WEPN FM, New York.
Game tied 3-3, 11:51 to go, third period.
Yeah, right. Again, it's Titans taking up now, right? We're getting down the brass tacks, the Ranger team that just doesn't go away, Sam.
No.
They do not go away.
They keep playing their game. They stick with it. And they've handled low points in the game, tough points. Here's Zibanejad across the line, able to play it deep. Moved up the board by Slavin, but blocked by Kreider in the corner. He's checked by Stahl. It's kicked loose. Lindgren tried to move up with it. Roslovic chips it ahead. Clearing attempt stopped by Lindgren. Fires ahead, blocked by Stahl. He cleared it out, intercepted by Fox. Rangers back in. Roslovic, right circle. Bumped along the boards. He winds it deep. Slavin with it. He's tied up by Zibanejad. Roslovic is there. Stahl is there. Burns is there. Behind the goal. It pops loose and is covered by Anderson. Side of the net with a glove. Stopping play.
Yeah, it's really a good job by Anderson. The Rangers had Carolina along the boards, puck in the Carolina's end, and he said, okay, we're going to stop this. We'll take our chances on the faceoffs. And again, we talked about the Rangers struggled early in this hockey game with the faceoffs, and boy, they've been much better as this game has gone along. So face off to the left here, Frederick Anderson. 11:05 left in regulation, game 4.
Carolina fans waving their white towel. Face-off win by the Hurricanes. They clear to center, stopped by Trouba, who sends it back into the Carolina zone. Orlov behind his net. Backhand to the corner to Chatfield. Up the boards, cleared out. Racing back for it, Trouba, but it's taken away by Gensel. His pass blocked by Trouba. Comes behind the net to Lafreniere. Trouba moves it up the boards and is cleared out by Panarin. Blocked in center by Chatfield. Back into the Ranger zone. Cleared out to Panarin. Panarin across the Carolina line. Winds it around the net. Stopped there by Orlov. He's checked by Lafreniere. Try to move it. Trocheck is there. Orlov gets it to Svechnikov. His pass broken up by Panarin. Miller in his own zone to Schneider. Schneider holds. Both teams complete line changes. Down the right side, Cooling. Into the Carolina zone. He's stopped by Shea, who lifts it out. Miller back for it. Martinook on him. Off the boards for Wenberg. He's checked in front of the Carolina bench. Sends it in deep. Cooley has it. Round the net. Feed in front. Shot wide by Capo Caco. He had a good chance.
What a play by Cooley, right? Real strong.
Back in the Ranger zone. Schneider back past to Miller. 9:50 to go. Third period, tied 3-3. Long pass ahead to Caco at the red line. Right side of Cooley in the Carolina zone. Winds it deep. Slavin hit hard by Caco. Sent around the boards. Lindgren pitches in to take it. Behind the Carolina net, centered in front, but intercepted by Natchez, who lifts it into the Ranger zone. Fox back for it. Pressured by Kotkaniemi. Sent around the boards to Lindgren. Up ahead, it's cleared out by Wenberg. Rangers move in. Cross the line, Roslovic dropped to Cooley. Save made. It was Kreider on the shot. On the drop from Roslovic. Back the other way, Kotkaniemi. Right circle. Leaves it for Kuznetsov for a shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Kuznetsov with a rebound. Pass was blocked.
He tried the Michigan. He had that thing up on his stick and tried to flip it off the backside of his stick.
Send down Anderson out to play it off the boards down to the Ranger zone. No icing. Trouba back for it. Up the boards. The Rangers cleared out to center. Stopped there by Orlov. Back skates into his own zone. Right side to Chatfield. Left side feed pass. Teravainen becomes an icing on Carolina with 8:38 to go in this third period, tied 3-3. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler and water heater with a new Peerless boiler and Pavilion tankless water heater. Don't wait, act now. Go to Peerless.com for a dealer near you. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Kuznetsov, after this thing come up on his stick, and he cradles it and tried to fly that old Michigan, and didn't work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Carolina able to move up off the face-off, brought up by Orlov. Right side feed for Jarvis. Jarvis chasing it down to the Ranger goal line. Centers, it's intercepted by Trocheck. Moves it up the boards to Panarin. Centers to Lafreniere. Across the Carolina line. Comes to Gustafsson, who shot it wide. Rebound around the boards and out of the zone. Trouba back for it.
Yeah, I think Gustafsson, he had Trocheck on the weak side, just out of the reach of Trocheck was the attempt by Gustafson.
8 minutes to go. Third period, tied 3-3. Miller in his own zone to Brodzinski. Out the center to Goodrow. Winds it down the boards, and it becomes an icing. Goodrow had sent it in from the Rangers side of the red line. 7:51 to go here in the third period. And the game tied 3-3. Rangers hockey on ESPN New York is brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Face off to the right of Igor Shesterkin. 7:51 left in regulation.
And the Rangers winning the face-off. Brodzinski, but Carolina gets to it. Shot by Shea, blocked in front. Chipped off the boards by Miller. Played back by Stahl to Shea. His shot blocked. Rebound. Aho missed on a backhander. Another pass in front was blocked. Rangers get the puck. Banged off the glass and out to center. Goodrow looking to play it. Aho on him. Goodrow gets it to VC, winds it in deep.
Rangers get a change. Both teams get a change. Good play by VC. A strong play in the puck. Get it deep. Get off.
7:15 to go. Third period. Tied 3-3. Natchez, the center, was slowed down. It's put in the Rangers zone, and Fox takes it. Lee to Kakko, carries the center up the right side. Kakko into the Carolina zone. Cooley looking to play it. Slavin cleared it out. Lindgren at his own line. Under pressure. Comes to the near side, played it off the board, stopped by Slavin, who sends it deep into the Rangers zone. Fox up the boards, left side, now to center. Burns stops it, put it back in the Rangers zone. Rangers take over. Wenberg sends one wide of the net off the corner boards in the Carolina zone. Slavin takes it, skates in front of his own net. 6:35 to go, tied 3-3. Right side off the boards. Brought in by Teravainen. Winds it deep to Stahl. Round to Jarvis. Centers in front. Save! Shesterkin on a big shot by Orlov. And it's cleared down by the Rangers for an icing with 6:21 to go.
Yeah, this is again where the Rangers get in a little bit of trouble, right? They lose that guy that's kind of hiding in a high danger area. And this time it's Orlov. Puck goes deep. Jacob Trouba goes to play a physical play on Stahl. And wide open now again. That shot was absolutely hammered. Left pad saved by Shesterkin.
Face-off win by Aho. Carried in deep by Orlov, but he's stopped by Trocheck. Moves it up the boards. Rangers trying to get it out. Oh, it's taken back by Svechnikov. His pass broken up by Gustafson. Comes into the near corner. Played by Gensel. Back pass taken away and lifted clear by Lafreniere. Down to the Carolina zone. Chatfield back for it. Works it to Orlov. Fires it out of the zone. Down the boards. All the way down. Miller goes back to play it. I thought it might have been an icing.
Yeah, he was,
Miller
50,
takes
50,
it,
right?
Skates to center. From the red line, sends in. Brady Shea back for it. Shea takes a hit from Roslovic. Turned it over to Zibanejad. Played by Kreider. Zibanejad center. Roslovic shot was blocked away. Kreider gets it back to the point to Miller. Miller's pass gets through to Roslovic, left corner. He's tied up by D'Angelo. Gets it to Kreider, left corner. Round the boards to the right side of Schneider. Schneider's side of the right circle. He's checked there, winds it deep. Brady Shea intercepts, tries to clear its block by Schneider. Shea bats it out of the zone. Past Roslovic, who goes back into his own end to get the puck. With 5:05 to go, third period. Tied 3-3. Roslovic pressured by Martinuk. Works it back to Fox, and the Rangers come clear. Taken back by Martinuk. He was stopped there at the Ranger line by Vesey. Back into the Ranger zone. Fox to Lindgren, left side. Lindgren clears it out to Goodrow at the red line. Puts in the Carolina zone. Slavin back for it. Up the boards, it's blocked by Vesey. Nice feed to Goodrow. His shot was blocked by Drury. Brodzinski winds it into Goodrow. Up the boards to Fox. Back for Goodrow. Broken up by Carolina and lifted clear by Natchez. 4:25 to go. Tied 3-3. Lindgren in his own zone. Drops it to Trouba. Rangers complete a change. Trouba sends Wenberg to center. Cuts to the middle, sends it in. Wide of the net. Off the boards, Chatfield to Orlov. Round the boards in the Carolina zone. It's cleared out. Back for it, Gustafson. Backhands it to Trouba. Now feed to Cooley. Right side of Kakko. In front. Save by Anderson. Oh, and a great deflection by Will Cooley. Was it Trouba?
Yeah, it was Trouba.
Was in deep.
Trouba makes the play just inside the blue line, and he cycles to the net. Cooley gets it to the net. Kako gets it to the net, and Trouba knocks it off the back part of his stick. And a right pad save in the butterfly position was Anderson. We remain tied at 3 with 3:58 left, Sam.
New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network continues after this timeout.
Ranger fans, when deciding to take a charter bus, there is only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel have the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been serving New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 25 years. They offer premier customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate traveling experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call 212-206-6974.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Anderson window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Anderson product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Anderson, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Get more in the new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. More selection, over 750 new vehicles available, and more savings on their entire Mazda lineup. Lease a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 2.5S, select all-wheel drive, just $239 a month at Ramsey Mazda. Route 17 North in Ramsey. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Excludes tax, title, and registration. Zero security deposit. VIN R0408749. MSRP $31,245. Ends 5/31/24.
The Final Five is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com.
Face off to the right of Frederick Anderson. He makes a heck of a save on a deflection here as we went to break. Off the stick of Jacob Trouba, who kind of cruised through the middle of the ice. And a pass from Kako.
3:58 to go in regulation time, tied 3-3. Wenberg, Cooley, and Kako on for the Rangers with Fox and Lindgren. And this line has played a lot in this game, and they've been good.
They have been good. The Rangers have just been much better on the faceoffs. They lose this one, and it was a false start.
False start.
At one point, the Rangers were 4 for 14 on the faceoffs, and now they are 17 of 22. Or 17 of 39. So they've done a much better job as this game has gone along in the middle of the ice.
Jack Drury was chased Wenberg against Martinook on the faceoff. False start again. He wants the linesman wants the players on the edge of the circle. And Carolina able to control. Natchez skates to his own line. Lifts it ahead into the Ranger zone. Gloved down by Lindgren. Batted ahead by Martinook. He's tripped up. Lindgren took a penalty. Delayed penalty, and the penalty call on the trip by Lindgren at 16-17. Lindgren goes off. Carolina's second power play of the game. There have only been 2 in the game, 1 for each team.
The problem that happens here is Ryan Lindgren goes to bat the puck out originally and only gets part of the puck. Martinook then gets it in stride, and Lindgren has to kind of stretch out. He's down, and he takes the feet out from underneath of Martinook. If he bats the original one clean, he gets out of trouble.
Here's the game possibly on the line. 3:43 remaining, and Carolina on the power play. Trocheck wins the faceoff. Fox off the glass, out to center. Gloved down by Shea. Skates back to his own zone. Rangers have Goodrow, Trocheck, Fox, and Trouba, the penalty killers. Aho carries across the red line. Right side of Svechnikov, checked by Trouba. Pulls up, back pass to the point. Shea, left side Teravainen. Right side to Shea, at the blue line. Skates left along the line. Left side to Teravainen. Skates down the boards. To Shea for a one-timer. He scores!
Well, Brady Shea delivers an absolute howitzer from the right point. Very patient setup by the Carolina Hurricane as they get into the offensive zone, and Svechnikov uses his strength to gain possession and time. And eventually it's just going to get to Shea. I believe it's going to be Teravainen, and then locks it down, and a one-time bullet from the top right part of the blue line. And Carolina, at the most opportune time of their season, gets their first power play goal.
They had been 0 for 16.
On their 17th power play attempt, Carolina gets some life to keep their season alive.
And the fans going wild here, playing the Carolina zone, moved up the boards and passed Schneider into the Ranger zone. Miller back for it. Just under 3 minutes to go. Schneider takes a hit from Martinook. Pressure, turned it over. Long shot by Drury, deflects across. Played by Roslovic, into the middle of Schneider, left side feed to Kreider. Into Schneider, couldn't get a shot off as he was checked, and Martinook lifts it out to center. Roslovic at the red line, turns, feed ahead for Kakko. Kakko is bumped on the play, Slavin took it away, cleared to center. Taken back by Trocheck to Fox, left side to Lindgren. Out to Roslovic, into the middle of Fox at the red line. Shesterkin goes to the bench. Rangers end is empty. 2:15 to go. Puck in the Carolina zone. Off the boards is brought out by Jarvis to the red line. Backhands it into the Rangers zone and was broken up. Cleared out. Trocheck stopped at the line. Has to wait for his teammates to get onside. In comes Panarin. Weaves his way down the boards. Centers to Kreider behind the net. Kreider to Panarin. Into the slot to Trocheck. Out to Fox. Now to Panarin. Top of the right circle. Look, shoots. Save Anderson. At the post. He holds it with 1:45 to go. And you're listening to the Final Five, brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com.
This is a heck of a save by Anderson. This is a deflection by Kreider. Anderson is moving from right to left. So he's in motion as he kind of squeezes the pads off a wonderful deflection from Chris Kreider. Face off to the left. The Carolina netminder.
6-on-5. Trocheck, Zibanejad, Kreider, Lafreniere, Fox, and Panarin on. Face-off win. Panarin, right point. Blue line to Fox to Panarin. Left side, long shot deflected wide. Trocheck behind the net. Round the boards to Zibanejad. Out to the blue line to Fox, left point. Zibanejad's pass broken up. Svechnikov trying to clear. Fox keeps in. Intercepted by Slavin. Lifts it ahead. Svechnikov got knocked down. Rangers try to keep it in, and it's cleared out. Back into the Rangers zone. A minute 10 to go. Rangers net is empty. They trail 4-3. Lafreniere carries in. Right side. Along the boards. He's stopped by Shea. Trying to clear. Fox steps up. Kreider forced out of the zone. Rangers have it under a minute to go. Trocheck, left side feed, pushed ahead to Lafreniere, winds it around the boards, right side, cleared by Shea, picked up by Kreider in center, 45 seconds to go, it's cleared away by Jarvis, down the ice it goes, it's an icing on Carolina with 40.6 seconds remaining, and Carolina leading 4-3.
Well, the Rangers have possession. How about that battle on the far side by the blue line to keep the puck alive on the Rangers? And give Carolina credit also, too. They're forcing the battle. The Rangers have to take a timeout here.
Their guys are bent over.
Yeah, absolutely. Have to take a timeout. So,
well, Rangers with the empty net, 6 men on. They gather around to discuss what their plans will be. Michael Pekka talking things over with his 6 players. The Final Five is being brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's original craft vodka. Visit them at titosvodka.com. If this score holds up and Carolina wins, Game 5 will be Monday night at Madison Square Garden. 7 p.m. puck drop. And Don LaGreca on the pregame show at 6:30. Kenny Albert will be on the radio call with Dave. And we hope you'll join us because this series has been, even though this is the fourth game and it could end tonight, it's been something.
Yeah, I think it's been I think the only shocking thing really is the Rangers are up 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been tightly contested games against arguably, two of the top, maybe the top two teams in the East, for sure two of the top three, and away we go here. Face off to the left to Frederick Anderson.
Trocheck against Stahl. Trocheck wins to Lafreniere. Back pass to Fox. Left side. Quick shot by Panarin. Deflected. Goes up into the netting. And the face-off stays in the Carolina zone. 35.5 seconds remaining. The Rangers came back from 2 goals down twice in this game. They were down 2-0, 3-1. Tied it here in the third period, 3-3. But a Carolina power play goal has given the Hurricanes a 4-3 lead. Stahl and Trocheck. Trocheck wins. Lafreniere back to Fox. Right side of Panarin. His shot blocked by Teravainen. Lafreniere winds it in deep. Kreider in the right corner. Drops it off to Lafreniere. Back pass to Panarin, right point. Toward the net, it's blocked. Teravainen clears to center. Rangers have it back. 15 seconds to go. Zibanejad to Fox. Kreider to Lafreniere, right wing boards. Fox at the right point. Shot toward the net, blocked by Burns. Centered by Panarin. It's out of the zone. And that's it. The series will continue. The Carolina Hurricanes defeat the Rangers 4-3 by scoring their first power play goal of the series late in the third period. And this series will resume in New York Monday night with Game 5.
Well, you give Carolina credit, and really, they came out hard. But I'm telling you, I'm the Rangers. You kind of want to clean up the start of your game, right?
Yeah.
It was back-to-back games here where you took penalties in Game 3. You came out with an overtime win. You give up a couple of goals here early. You just clean that up a little bit. There's really very little to suggest that the Rangers couldn't have won this game also. But if you're Carolina, you probably said that after the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And so I just think the Rangers, and there's no reason to think that their presentation, their preparation will be any different going into Game 5. It's been a hell of a series, despite the fact the Rangers where they were. Now you go back, the chance at home to close it out in Game 5.
Well, this is a team that is together. They're confident. They're motivated. As we said right at the top, Carolina played desperate hockey, grabbed the lead, held it for a good part of the game, but the Rangers showed their comeback ability. It's an amazing ability that's gone on all season long. Now the Rangers return home where they've been a great home ice team, and of course the great Garden crowd will be there urging them on.
Yeah, I just think, and really when you look at this particular game, if Ryan Lindgren makes the original clear bat of the puck that jumped up in the air and it goes out, he doesn't have to pull Martinook down. But if my aunt had, she'd have been my uncle. So.
You said it, not me.
Anyway, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's been 8 and 9.5, 10 periods of wonderful playoff hockey, and I don't think it's going to change Monday night. If you get a chance, go. If you can't, listen to us here on ESPN 98.7. This is a hell of a series, and it's going to continue.
The game-winning goal, Brady Shea at 16:49, a power play goal from Teravainen and Svechnikov. Rangers got goals from Will Cooley, Barclay Goodrow, and Alexei Lafreniere, who had a tremendous game. Want to give him a lot of credit, and he deserves a lot of credit.
accolades.
Everybody was talking about him between periods.
No, and that's and we talked about the Wenberg line with Cooley and Kakko. So that's the depth this Ranger team that I think you've got to have faith that this will be a hell of a game Monday night, and I expect the Rangers to just be who they've been.
Rangers lead the series 3-1. It returns to New York at Madison Square Garden Monday night. Don LaGreca standing by with a post-game show. You're listening to New York Rangers hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The New York Rangers are back in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's time to take the ice for playoff action with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. BetMGM has you covered with countless betting options for hockey, including same-game parlays, props, teasers, live bets, and so much more. With a new and improved app that makes betting faster and easier than ever. And special offers for Rangers fans. It's no wonder BetMGM is the king of all sportsbooks. If you love hard-hitting hockey action, you're going to love wagering at BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and get your piece of the excitement as the Rangers return to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Light the lamp with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Madison Square Garden and the New York Rangers. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly, 21 plus years of age to wager, and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8788-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Welcome to the New York Rangers postgame show. Now here's Don LaGreca on the MSG Radio Network.
Well, you didn't want to believe it, but you figured at some point the winning streak would come to an end. I guess it's better that it came to the end when you're up 3-0 in a best-of-7 series. You just hate to lose and hate to see a chance to close out the Carolina Hurricanes go by the boards, but the Hurricanes win the game 4-3 and make it a 3-1 series. But kind of same theme for the Rangers. They would not go away. You know, for a lot of this game, it felt like maybe the Carolina Hurricanes were going to get a win and not have to sweat it out when they had a 3-1 lead after one period of play. But the Rangers chipped away in this one. Barclay Goodrow's deflection goal made it 3-2 in the second. Then Alexei Lafreniere, who had 7 shot attempts through 40 minutes of play, 2 on net, 5 misses, including a crossbar, banks one off of Anderson early in the third period to tie the game at 3, and then it looked like it was going to be like the first 3 where the Rangers find a way to win, but they go to the well once too often. Finally, on the 17th power play attempt by the Carolina Hurricanes, they get their first power play goal of the series. Brady Shea, the former Ranger, at 16:49, point shot, screened Igor Shesterkin, beats him up high. And then Carolina holds on for a 4-3 win, a 4th consecutive 1-goal game in this series. 3rd game with the exact same final 4-3. Snaps a streak of 30 consecutive playoff games, which Igor had not allowed more than 3 goals in a game. But I have to say he played very well in this one. Didn't face the same amount of shots that he faced in games 2 and 3, but he did still face 31 shots. And he just blinked on that final power play opportunity. Rangers were 16 for 16 before that opportunity, and you felt it on the power play opportunity in Game 3 that the Rangers killed off in the third period, and you felt maybe that eventually Carolina would get it, and they would, and they win the game by the final score of 4-3, but the Rangers still in very good shape, up 3-1 in this best-of-7 series, and a second chance to close it out in Game 5 on Monday at Madison Square Garden for a 7 o'clock face-off. When we come back, we'll give you the highlights of the game. We'll go inside the room. We'll hear from Peter Laviolette. We'll give you some more on the game later on tonight in Colorado between the Avalanche and the Stars, with that best-of-7 series even at a game apiece. And then we'll preview Game 5 on Monday back at the Garden Carolina's on the board, their first win of the series. Rangers still lead the series 3-1, but they dropped Game 4 in Raleigh by the final score of 4-3 in regulation. You're listening to Rangers Hockey on ESPN New York and the MSG Radio Network.
The Infiniti QX50 knows you better than anyone, even your mother. How do we know that? Does your mother know what temperature to set your cabin to? Or remember your exact seat position? Does your mother come with an app that syncs your phone to your vehicle? Does she know that you prefer to choose your own drive modes? Does she? The Infiniti QX50 knows, and now you do too. The Infiniti QX50 crossover.
Grand Marnier takes cocktails from ordinary to unforgettable, adding a layer of sophistication to some of the world's most well-loved drinks, including the margarita. The Espolòn Grand Margarita is a classic cocktail that pairs sour lime with earthy Espolòn tequila notes, adding Grand Marnier's cognac and bitter orange liqueur flavor for a refined smoothness. Visit grandmarnier.com to learn how to take cocktails from ordinary to extraordinary and live grand. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2024, Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, always drink responsibly.
The Honda you want is here. Drive in the moment with the road trip ready Accord Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid from Honda. And when you're driving a Honda, you're driving the brand named Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value Brand for 2023. So bring on the weekend getaways. Bring on the far destinations. Bring on the memories.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Tito's handmade vodka on game day? Pour me in, coach. From a seat in the stands to the best seat on the couch, root for your favorite team with your favorite team spirit. No matter who's on your roster, lineup, or lucky jersey, make Tito's your first round bottle pick. Whose house? Tito's house. Find cocktail recipes for every fan at Tito'sVodka.com. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly. Don LaGreca back here in New York, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Game 4 goes to the Hurricanes, 4-3 in regulation over the Rangers. Blue Shirts still lead the best-of-7 series, 3-1. Game 5 Monday, 7 o'clock face-off at Madison Square Garden. Let's go over the highlights. Rangers, Hurricanes, 3 classic games to start this series, 2 of which ended in overtime, 1 in double overtime. All of them one-goal games. How would Game 4 go? Carolina facing desperation. A team that really felt they could win a Stanley Cup can actually get swept out of the second round. And the Rangers trying for the second time in 3 years to beat Carolina in round number 2. Well, the Hurricanes needed to get off to a good start, and that's exactly what they would do.
Out to center, Kotkaniemi drops it into the Rangers zone and stopped there by Gustafsson. Backhands out to center to Goodrow. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Kuznetsov. In with the shot. He scores! A turnover by the Rangers in the neutral zone. Kuznetsov at 150.
Good hit. Coughed the puck up. Kuznetsov unassisted is third at 151. And Carolina gets the first goal of the game, and they take that all-important 1-0 lead. But the one thing Carolina has not been able to do, remember they had leads in the last couple of games, but they have not been able to get that insurance goal. Well, that 6:33, that's exactly what they would do.
Trouba's on the ice. It's centered on goal and stopped by Shesterkin. Comes to the line, kept in by D'Angelo. Teravainen comes out from behind the net. His shot saved. Rebound, score!
Nason.
Nason gets his fourth from Teravainen and D'Angelo at 6:33. And Carolina gets that all-important 2-goal lead. But the Rangers started to get their sea legs deeper into the first period and had a glorious opportunity to try to make it 2-1.
In comes Zibanejad, cuts in front, shoots wide. First good chance for the Rangers. Another shot is saved by Anderson on Roslovic. Here's a shot by Fox, deflected away. Kreider with it, left circle. A deflection on goal, a save by